Good evening, and welcome back to another installment of our very own podcast, the Cantina Carpool Podcast. I am your host for the evening with the controller. Not much other special privilege besides that as usual, but I am joined with a couple of other gentlemen. To my left, here they are.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And my name's Dylan.
And the guy who was on the screen before forgot to say his name, but that's okay.
I did?
Yeah, you did.
I said didn't I?
I wasn't even
that's
paying
Collin.
attention, I'm not going to lie.
The guy on the left is Collin.
I'm
by the way,
Collin.
in case you didn't know, if you've
I'm
never
Collin.
watched another episode before.
Perfect. Flying start. Excellent. Well, today we're going to be talking about some music. Music. Jesus.
We might talk about music.
All right,
You do
bye.
music.
I'm no longer the host. Sam can take over.
Your duties have been relieved.
It's too much. The pressure is too much. We're going to be talking about video games today. I believe Sam has put together a little tier list as well as the different genres. And Dylan's joining us today as a professional video game player. So I'm excited to see what he has to say about all these genres.
I really wish you didn't introduce me like that. I hate the way that sounds, but I appreciate it regardless.
Too late. You are in it. I do have to bring up your credentials. I do believe that you have, out of the three of us for sure, and maybe anyone else I know, probably the highest trophy level, or whatever you call it on PlayStation Network.
That is true. Don't ask me to tell you what it is, though.
Are you like
you don't have it
number
memorized.
40 in the world? Or
No,
something like
no.
that?
I think you'd be surprised. I think, back when
There's
I
some
started...
sweats out there.
Yeah, dude. I think the guy who was in first or whatever, I think he quit because there was some issue with his account and PlayStation wouldn't help him get it back.
Oh.
So he's just
wow.
permanently locked out of his account. So he's
sucks.
well, he's got kids too. So I'm sure he's just well, I guess he would do videos. He'd have bags under his eyes every time he looked so fucking tired.
Oh god.
And yeah, I'm sure he's just you know what, fuck this. I'm actually gonna go do family things for once. So.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely nowhere near the top. But yeah,
Probably the best thing to happen to me. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you never know.
I think we're encroaching on, if I had to take a guess, 194 platinums right now.
Oh my god.
So we're almost at 200.
So that's 194 games that you have fully completed.
Yes.
All achievements.
the
everything.
challenge, yeah.
All the challenges, all collectibles, all whatever else. That's pretty
insane.
impressive.
I don't even know if I own 194 games. Or have
No,
ever,
not
or
even
have
close.
ever
I think
owned
you'd be
194
surprised,
games.
especially because you play on PC a lot, don't you?
I do. I have a Steam library that's probably a little over 100. But, I mean, most of the games I've owned in my life have been on PC on Steam, so...
Yeah, but I feel like anytime I've looked at my friends, if I just glance over at them on PC, they're just fucking doom scrolling on their Steam library or whatever. Holy fuck. One of my friends, I think Borderlands 2 was free on Steam or something, and he put out a PSA to everyone in the fucking Discord. He was just make sure, even if you don't plan on playing it, make sure you download Borderlands 2. I said, I'm not going to do that. He's
course
why?
you
It's
gotta
free.
do it.
Why? It actually is detrimental to me because, one, I know I'm not going to play it. And the reason why that's detrimental to me is if I want to find something in my Steam library, that's an extra millisecond I have to fucking scroll on my wheel to find
no.
something.
It's taking
I
up
know.
space.
Well, if I'm not going to play it, what the fuck is the difference?
I have so many games that I have never played in my Steam library.
Yeah,
Probably
well, I
over
think
half
that's
my
normal
library is
because they do
that.
those summer sales. You want these 70 games for $5?
Of course I do.
Okay, I'll take those.
If you insist.
But
Nice.
yeah,
Well, good. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I don't see any chats yet. Who's out there? Make yourself known.
bot 1, bot 2, and bot 3.
Bot number 3. How are you feeling today?
Just to give you a little heads up of what we're going to be doing for this episode. It's going to be similar to our 4th episode. We're going to be rating video game genres. I've come up with a list of just a few basic genres. And we got an AO.
Ayo.
Thanks,
Hey,
Kelly.
Kelly.
We got a few genres written down that we could get into. If you guys out there have any other genres that you'd like us to add, please let us know. We can definitely add it. We just kind of did very high-level genres. We didn't get into super deep subgenres or anything. Mostly because if we get too deep into it, then it'll be a lot of stuff we probably haven't played.
And we'll be going for 3 hours.
Yeah, and it would take a long time. So
Dylan's ready for it.
yeah, either of you guys feel free to add any genres. Chat, let us know. We can definitely add some. But we're going to be using our nice whiteboards here.
Oh, I get to use this?
You get to
Heck
use
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Don't draw any dicks.
And so we're going to have seven different categories for these genres. So what I want you to do is create 6 horizontal lines across, like evenly space them.
Oh, that was not proportional.
They don't have to be too proportional, but
Well, it does for my sake.
All the way across.
just
Yeah, so
do,
like...
do 6.
Give me your most expensive thing, Colin, that I can use as a straight edge.
Yeah, use the laptop or the mixer.
Okay.
Did you say 5 lines or 6 lines?
6 lines.
6 lines for 7
I mean,
categories?
7 categories.
Oh, shit.
Don't worry, mine is not even close to.
Mine is perfect, I'll have you
even.
know.
Mine's not even close to being there.
5, 6, and then
That's it. 6.
Yeah,
yeah,
you got 6.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Next, put about a quarter way down from the left side. Put a vertical line in.
Alright.
About a quarter, roughly, maybe a little less.
This is looking familiar to me.
You remember this now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we are changing the name of the first category because eargasm doesn't really apply.
Eargasm. It was
to this.
eargasm.
Eargasm. Yep. So we're gonna change it to blows my mind.
Blows my mind. Wow. Nice handwriting,
So
Colin.
top left, put in blows my mind. Next category here is gonna be very enjoyable.
Man.
And then below that, we're gonna put good.
Dude. Squidward smells.
Below that is okay.
What was it?
Okay.
Okay.
And then after that, not my taste. And then below that, second to last, is trash. You could also write dumpster fire if you want to do that as well. And then the last category is unfamiliar. I don't think it's fair to judge things that we just don't really know anything about. So
Shit. Is there only one L in unfamiliar?
I think so.
I think so.
Fuck. Okay.
It's okay.
Can I put one below trash and just label it GTA 5? I think that would be a good, acceptable
Triggered.
category.
Absolutely triggered.
Get off the show now!
I regret.
Privileges are revoked.
I regret bringing Dylan in as a guest.
Never again.
All right. Cool.
All right, so we're gonna start out with our first category, a very popular category. It is action games.
Action
so
games.
This does not include action adventure, which will be the next category, by the way. But action games. So this is like your.
I'm gonna need examples for every one of these.
Your platformers, your side scrollers, your.
You're just naming other genres.
Well, it falls under the action category. Unless you feel free to disagree.
Well,
Give me your thoughts.
I think he disagrees.
okay.
He does disagree.
Okay. Well,
He's gonna show
First
me.
things first here.
first things first, because you're like, oh, platformers like Mario, but like action could also be like Ninja Gaiden and Devil May Cry, which are nowhere near the same things as like Super Mario.
That's true.
And Sonic, you know.
Okay. Well, then, do you want to divide up the action category into some other ones?
Yeah.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I'm kind of looking through your list, but I think the problem is like action. Even if you go on like the storefronts, they just fucking put anything in there. Like anything is action. I don't know. like a fighting game or something. Oh, you moved.
Yeah.
You moved. It's action.
Maybe we should have put action as last.
All of the above. Like GTA, that could be action.
Everything else.
Like, name something that you feel like would
I feel like GTA probably falls more in like an RPG type of thing, doesn't it?
Maybe.
I'm just being difficult.
role-playing
It's
as a
fine,
character.
but okay.
Technicalities could be good, though. So what I'm gathering from this is we want to separate platformers from action.
I think that is
I think
fair.
that's
I
the
think
main takeaway,
platformers
right?
should
Okay.
have its own.
We can add a platformers category.
Do it.
I know some people who really like platformers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Andy.
Oh, really?
Andy loves that shit. So,
Speaking of, where is Andy? Why doesn't he watch our shit?
should I text him?
He's probably working.
You see, he is probably working. I think
Yeah.
he works till like 8.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you want to remove from action category as its own subgenre?
No, it's fine. I'll. It's your podcast.
no.
I'll figure. No. I'll work.
This is open to debate.
Okay.
This is what we have the podcast for, to
Yes,
debate
exactly.
what is a video game genre, what's what.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
There's like so many subgenres though.
There's only like a million.
Like one. Okay, so I'm looking at your list right now, and right now I can see that my favorite genre is not even on the list.
Okay, let's hear it. What is it?
Like
Is it
horror,
survival?
survival horror.
It's right up here.
Oh shit! Sorry. There's another side of the board. Never mind. Okay, never
you
mind.
gotta
Don't
look
worry.
you gotta look in the lesser corner.
Wouldn't it be under all the whatever, dude? I'm just bitching. It's fine.
I added these last minute because the first 7 or 8 categories that I got were just pulled from Wikipedia from like the major overall video
Sure,
game
that
categories.
makes sense.
And then the other ones we kind of went over and we're like, some of these don't really like fall into any of these things. So like the horror, I mean, we have Battle Royale we'll get to, and other shooting games. So, I mean, granted, shooting games could kind of fall under like action, I think.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
yeah,
We'll figure it out. You know, we'll figure it out.
Again, if we want to
just
add
list,
something.
Yeah, we'll list examples of each
I won't be
genre as we
nitpicky. I
go.
promise.
All right, we're gonna do action and action adventure last now, just because of this.
Sure.
We're changing.
Oh
it
shit.
up.
Okay.
So we're gonna start at the bottom of my list. We're gonna go to shooting games. So
Shooting games.
I think we should include FPS in this.
Okay.
Maybe just say like shooting games in general.
So when you say shooting games, we're talking about like COD and
Yeah, that's like a first-person shooter.
Yeah,
I think.
like military-based games.
Yeah.
Any kind of like, I
Yeah.
guess, precision based.
It's really difficult because like a lot of these games can fall into other categories.
Exactly,
Too. It's like,
exactly.
Like
Yeah.
Halo is a shooter, but it's also like an action
Sci-fi.
game, and it's also
Sure.
So I don't know. Maybe we just overall whatever games you feel fits that category, kind of thing.
I'm not supposed to review
All right,
this
so
Go on.
shooting games. How do you think you would rate it? Where are you going to put it? I'm not sure where I'm going to put mine.
Is this
at.
the kind of thing where we all write it down in secret and then we reveal, or
No, we can just write it down.
We'll just keep track of where they.
We don't have to be secretive about it.
At the end, we can kind of like rank them and see how.
Yeah.
okay?
So where are you going to put shooters? Where are you thinking?
It's either
You play
going
a
to.
lot of shooters.
I have,
Not anymore.
which is where no, definitely not. Which is where it's kind of odd for me that I'm either debating trash or not my taste.
Okay.
I think it's just been so overdone, and plus my fucking hands. I'm too old. I can't do that shit anymore. It's a young man's game. It's always been a young man's game. I remember back in like
I'd
the
agree
old
with that.
the old
It's
school
the-
COD days. You know, you get on the mic and the squeakers are all like kicking the shit out of the adults that work their 9 to 5, and then now we're the adults working the 9 to 5, and you got some fucking kid who's used mommy's credit card and is like 360 no scoping you. It's like, dude,
It's so
get a fucking job. He's like 10 years old. Get a job. Get on.
It's so unfair because they have like all the time in the world and they have faster reflexes or
Yeah. And they understand video games far more than anybody older could.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Come on,
I feel
don't
like
you feel yourself kind of slipping in the times? It's like, oh, well,
I do,
didn't
but
have that.
I feel like
I'm not familiar with that.
I feel like
technology.
experience is like a very important thing too.
Sure.
Because also, like, if you look at, I'm not gonna say all, but some like pro gaming, you will see some older people who are like 30 plus that are still doing it, and it's not because they're as fast as everybody else. It's just because they have the experience and
Freaks of nature.
Yeah, they're just really good.
Yeah, but can you say that those people are still the same people that are like world champions? Like they might be strong enough to compete, right? But they're not gonna beat the hot kid on the block, the 19-year-old who's got a fucking
kid who is just a savant.
Savant.
Yeah.
Ladies, number one in the world.
Yes.
So, okay.
But okay.
What were we doing again? Shooters.
Yeah.
You know what we're talking about.
Everyone. Yeah. Go ahead.
I think I'm just gonna put. I would say I'm kind of in the same boat as you. As that.
Really?
I really used to like shooters. I played so much Halo. I did play Call of Duty for a short while. Mm-hmm. I don't really like playing them much anymore, just because I do realize I'm so bad at them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's awful. It's really terrible how bad I am at them. And I wouldn't say that I necessarily only enjoy games that I'm good at. I would just say that like it's reached a point where it's like the skill gap is so massive. And then the fact that you have to keep up with these games constantly in order to be halfway decent.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna put it in okay. And I think I might move that around later, but I'm gonna put shooters in okay.
Gotcha.
So funny thing before we get to you. So just regarding shooters in general, I remember talking with Sam maybe like a few months ago, and we were talking about Marvel Rivals, right?
Yes.
Which was like the big thing. It's Overwatch, but with Marvel.
And I'm so bad at it.
Yeah, no, I'm also really fucking bad at it. But the funny part was like I messaged him about it because I saw he was playing it, I think. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, dude, what characters do you play? The two he gave me were the exact same two I played.
Really?
Yes, the exact same two characters. Yep. In like the same order. It was so fucking funny. Nice. I was like, yeah, true. I
play Magic because I don't know how to shoot people. That's basically what.
Your aim isn't precise?
Yeah, so I just have to swing a sword.
I gotcha.
That's all I got to worry about.
I gotcha.
Because I can't aim.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah. Don't worry, buddy. Me neither, buddy. But yeah, I did think that was really funny. And I have a bigger rant that I won't go into, but I was trying to explain this to a couple of my friends who were like, why don't you keep playing Rivals? I'm like, listen, I've grown too old. There's like this thing in every like online game's lifespan, right? Where it comes out and you play it on release and like everybody doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. They're having a good time. You win, you lose, whatever, right? That's like the most fun the game will ever fucking be.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I quoted the 3-month rule, right? 3 months in, there are people who this is their game now and this is what they want to do and they want to learn and get better and they only want to play this. And then there's the people who like me and like, I don't want to just play the same fucking thing over and over again. I want to go do a bunch of other stuff. Mm-hmm. So I go do that other stuff, and then you attempt to like filter back in. You get fucking shit stuff like every single time. So it's not fun to play shit like that anymore. And my friend was giving me so much shit because she was the person that's like, well, I don't try hard. Like, dude, you've been playing since release nonstop. That's the only game you play, and you're diamond. You're ranked at diamond. Like, what are you, like, top 10 fucking percent? Well, I don't even try. Like, okay, dude. Like,
Yeah, right.
I played with you before. You certainly try, okay? And yeah, so
That's a very good point because on a much smaller scale, not saying the game's on the same tier, but I was a big fan of PUBG, and I really, really liked the game mechanics. I really liked just everything about the game. But it is indeed one of those games where if you do not know life play that game, you are not going to be good, and you always face the same. Even if you make it to the last 15 players, you will always face the same sweaties who play the hell out of that game and will not lose a match.
Yep.
So what I'm hearing is all three of us are just a bunch of filthy casuals.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly
True.
it.
Look at
Oh, yeah.
Collapse's chat there.
Hard to enjoy games you suck at. Yes, case in point. I'm in the same boat, though I never really played them. I tried one at Collin's years ago and gave up after dying like 3 times in about 2 minutes. What game would that have been?
I was about to say, what is that?
Do you remember what game it was, Kelly? Or what style of game, if you don't remember the title? Maybe that I can help you remember what that is.
3 times in 2 minutes.
Well, it's not PUBG, because
Yeah, you would be
once
waiting.
you're dead, you're out. Maybe COD?
Maybe COD?
It could have been
Years ago.
years ago. It was a shooter. Oh, what would it have been? I don't play, so I guess...
GTA?
Was it GTA? GTA is definitely a game that I am in the... I'm not in top tier, I'll say, but I'm definitely in amongst the players that play way too much, and I am good at the game. So that's the one claim to fame I do have.
So you must have all the trophies, right?
No.
Yeah.
Not even close. 'Cause that's for you.
No, fun fact, fun story. So I had never
It's the one
played...
game I haven't fully
No,
finished.
okay. Okay, so short story is the only reason I played GTA 5. We were all in Colin's parents' basement at the
Yes,
time.
it was the hangout.
And yeah, I can't remember the exact...
Screens and screens.
Yeah,
Everybody
dude,
could
we'd
just
like-
play next to each other.
Yeah, I would fucking... Steven would bring it in the milk crate
Yep,
or
yep,
whatever.
yep.
Yeah, dude, that was crazy.
Good time.
Yeah, but we were all playing something, and I always give shit to you guys, especially for GTA, because you guys were always playing it.
Yes.
And someone bet me, probably you, I would assume, because I can't imagine any of our other friends like saying that, but like, oh, I bet you wouldn't even finish the game. Or whatever. I bet you couldn't even finish it. Not as like a challenge as if it was too hard, but like I couldn't persevere through it.
Yes.
And I took that personally.
Yes, I'm sure you did.
Yeah, so
probably why I
I
meant
got the game and I rolled credits on it specifically out of spite of that statement. I'm like, there are multiple times where I'm like, fuck, this is so shitty. I just want to stop playing. But I'm like, no, because then Collin will give me shit for it. So I have to make it to the end. And I did. That's the only reason I played GTA 5.
Okay.
So just a little backstory on that.
Just a little backstory. I don't understand it. GTA is so great.
Yeah, I've never played it, so
You never played it either?
no.
If I bought it for you on PC, would you play online with me?
Probably not, because I don't have enough time for that. I got too many other games to play.
Isn't GTA 6 coming out? Why the fuck would you
Next
buy
year.
it?
Well, yeah, so the thing is it's not going to release until
like
May
May?
26th,
Yeah.
2026.
That's my birthday.
It
Oh,
is,
yeah, you
yeah.
fucking messaged me. Like, guess what's coming out on your birthday?
I was going to say, like, oh, it's coming out on Dylan's birthday, but I didn't want to put it out there if you didn't want to say it. But yeah, guys, we got to wait practically a whole nother year yet, which I think will be more than worth it. It's just, God damn it, I want it now.
Yeah, well, I've wanted the Elder Scrolls 6
For the Elder Scrolls.
You're not getting that
15
game.
years now.
You're not getting that
14
game
years.
anymore.
No,
You
it's
people
actually-
are fucking suckers. You will buy the same fucking game over
have.
and over again.
I have bought the game.
I know
like 4 or 5
everyone I know who plays Skyrim has bought like 7 fucking different copies of that game. They have no incentive to release the next one. Whoa, new console? Let's just re-release it again. Everyone will give us $60 more for the
When
same
Switch
fucking
2
game.
is out, let's re-release Skyrim.
They will.
yeah,
I guarantee
they
you they
will.
will.
Well,
Yeah.
money is going down. We need more money.
Oh, Courtney's asking if I've never played GTA. I have played GTA. I played Vice City when I was a little boy at my neighbor's house.
just a wee tyke.
Just a wee little boy.
You had to go over to your neighbor's house so your parents wouldn't know.
Yeah, and then they found out, and then they found out what the game was about, and they got pissed off, and I wasn't allowed to play it anymore.
Yeah.
That sounds like your mom to me,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
That certainly
That
sounds
happened.
like what I remember of her.
So, yeah, that's all I played at GTA. I mean, I've heard that 5, I mean, from obviously Collin, but lots of other people too, that GTA 5 is really, really good. And
It is.
I am considering getting GTA 6 when it comes out.
Yes.
I am. I'm really
Excitement.
considering it. I will try
Excitement.
to.
If the whole crew
enjoy-
gets it, we can all play online together.
yeah,
This
it's
can be the
multiplayer,
one
right?
game that we can all play.
And
Is it
you would-
multiplayer now?
It will be.
It will be. Yeah. Well, the only issue is I will only play it on PC.
Yeah, and
So-
there's 2 problems with that.
just
Just only 2 slight problems. Number 1, it is heavily speculated. We're gonna go off on a whole GTA tangent here. Sorry.
Why not?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, bathroom break. So it's heavily speculated that GTA 6 is going to go down in a similar fashion that GTA 5 did. GTA 5 released on console, on PS5 or PS4 and Xbox One. Xbox 360. Shit, I'm also wrong.
It's only been like 12 years.
It's neither here nor there. Yeah, it was that long ago. So it was PS3 and Xbox 360 is what it originally released on. So we went a whole year after its release before the PC edition launched. And then at that same point is when they launched the online version, which obviously was included in your game. It's just a separate portion of the game that you could then go to, which was great for me because then I was done with the story after a while, and now it's time to try online. But yeah, I think GTA 6 is going to be so massive when they launch it, they're going to have the same problem. They're going to have to hold off on PC release as well as online play.
I'll just wait for the PC release then.
Yeah.
Is that right?
You're going to be
I
behind.
already know what your answer is.
Okay.
But are you willing to pay the speculated price of $100 for that game?
Oof.
There is pretty big speculation that's going to be the price
Right.
I
tag.
might have
did.
to run it past Courtney.
I did get
Babe.
Courtney, can you please say yes right now? That way we can get this man locked in.
I can just see you peeking around the fucking corner.
Just
Babe.
watch. She'll probably like buy it before I do and like finish
Yeah,
it.
there you go. That way she can wreck you when you decide to play together.
Yeah.
It's like, how are you so good at this game?
We actually just like combined our Steam accounts into like a family account now because I figured
okay.
out a couple months ago that was a thing and you could do
Didn't
that.
even realize
Oh,
that was
nice.
a thing.
So now like I could play her games and vice versa and stuff.
Oh. Does
But
that
if you
cost
bo-
more?
What's that?
Does that cost something?
No, it doesn't cost anything. It's just you can't play at the same time unless you have multiple copies of the game.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
What's to stop somebody from just playing the system, creating a family account, and then like using it on multiple devices? Or does it have to come from the same Wi-Fi signal or something like that?
I don't think so.
Does it have to
no, I
read
think
your same
I
server?
think you can like share it with friends if you really want to or whatever. But then again, you can only play
Well,
the
yeah.
one game at one
Just
time.
share with a friend like Dylan and I. Like, we would never be playing the same games. Anyway.
You can try GTA 6, huh, bud?
Yeah. Good, because I'm playing it.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But
I'll take a rain check.
anyway,
Let's get
Anyway,
back to-
coming back to shooters, I had to listen to you guys deliberate about it a little bit before I could make my decision. I actually put it under not my taste,
Okay.
just because I suck at them. I am terrible. Of the times that I have played a couple of different COD games, Black Ops being one of them, the original Black Ops, I did enjoy it. I was trash at it. I sucked. But I did enjoy it. I think now that enjoyment is gone because people are so toxically good at it. But wondering if he can.
Courtney asked if wondering if I can get GTA when it comes out. Yes,
Yes.
that's what we're asking.
Despite its speculative $100 price tag.
If it were $100, could I get it?
I just want to.
I'm not gonna beg for that
It's
game.
just she's just gonna. We'll talk about it when you get home.
All right, let's move on to our next one.
Dylan, did you put it in the same place?
I also put it in not my taste. I have a tendency to be really harsh and mean, but I should probably give it a fair shake.
I gotcha.
All right, next one is very similar. Battle Royale is the next category or genre. A lot of shooters are Battle Royale.
Okay.
In a sense, right?
Or they at least introduce some sort of sub, like, game, within their game. Like, all of a sudden Call of Duty's like, we gotta get in on this too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
Battle Royale?
yeah, Battle Royale. Where are you going to put it? Well, I see where Dylan put it. Why don't you explain your decision?
I put it in trash. Battle Royale is kind of like a cancer on gaming, to be quite honest with you. I think it started with PUBG, or maybe it came from something else. I can't remember.
Sure.
But it's just been like one franchise hit fucking gold with it, and then it just spawned like a ton of those. You know, and I feel like they're adding it to like every kind of like pre-established franchise. Like Call of Duty got their own fucking BR. It's just annoying. I hate it, and probably portion of that is because it's also like they're all shooters.
Sure.
With the exception of one I actually really wanted to play when I saw it on like previewed on Steam. It's Battle Royale, but it's Scrabble. Yeah, dude, I'm not kidding. This actually looked really cool. So I don't know if it's not 100 players. Maybe it's like 15 players or something. The map is like a giant Scrabble board, and there's the beginning where you like drop in or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you get like a vowel tile or something, and you like drop on what square you want to start, and then everyone starts like playing Scrabble simultaneously with their tiles. And if you're able to like make a word that's like stronger than somebody else's word that you're crossing paths with, it knocks them out of the game.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely really interesting.
Sounds pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it's been out for a while, but I never tried it. But that one always seemed really funny to me. So that's my exception. But it's trash.
Gotcha.
All right. I went with not my taste. I've only played a couple.
You played PUBG with me?
I played PUBG. I wouldn't say it's my favorite game.
Did you get any chicken dinners?
No, we didn't.
Is that what they're called?
I think we got
I've gotten
like
one.
third or something.
I've gotten one in my lifetime.
I think we placed like third and fourth.
Yeah, we did really good.
Yeah, we did pretty good a couple
Not
times.
Good enough.
But yeah, I mean, it's just not my type of thing.
Yeah. Also, you did get approval as long as you're going to play it a lot. So I'll have to really hype it up and make sure that you really want it first before buying it. Yeah. Thanks, Courtney. Appreciate it.
Where'd you put Battle Royale?
So I put it under good. And I'm only doing that. An audible groan. I'm only doing that because I love playing PUBG.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at it. I get wrecked every single time. I'll never get another chicken dinner. But for that
Babe, I'll come to bed. Just let me get one chicken dinner.
Please.
Just one chicken dinner. I'll be really happy. I'll feel like a winner.
And then Katie cooks him up a chicken dinner and
Collin!
Time for bed.
Who's my little man?
Who's my little winner?
I got the chicken dinner.
So yeah, I'm ranking it high. Just on the nostalgia of me really enjoying at one time PUBG. Even
the one time I enjoyed the game that made
I haven't played
the whole genre good.
I'm really hanging on to hope here.
Yeah.
Nostalgia. I started playing PUBG before it was a full released game, and now it's just awful because it's free to play and I paid for the motherfucking game.
That's what this is about. It's out of spite that other people don't have to pay that he had to pay.
That is it.
So yeah, I rest my case on that one. Ranking it a little bit high, but it's just because I can't let go of the fun I once had.
All right. Well, we'll move on to our next category, and I think someone's gonna like this. It is horror.
I mean, I'm unfamiliar, so.
I don't know whether to put this in trash or unfamiliar.
You know what,
Mostly
Sam?
because I don't
Them
really
fat
play.
words.
You know what, Sam? Fuck you.
I don't really play any horror games, really.
You. How about that? Okay.
Then how can you say it's trash?
Yeah, you haven't tried it.
You know, I've watched gameplay of them, and I could not get myself to like
Watch
it.
PewDiePie
didn't do it for
play
you.
Slender
You stole my joke.
Pages, and I just couldn't do it, bro.
Amnesia was just too scary for me.
He's like fucking pissed himself. Yeah. Actually, this game genre sucks.
I mean,
So you haven't like really played a horror game, I guess?
I mean, what would you consider a horror game other than the two you?
I think it's got to have a couple jump scares. It's got to have a dark theme to it. It's got to have a sense of dread. It's got to have a lot of factors that make it a horror. It doesn't have to be gory. It can be psychological.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess like maybe the closest I've gotten to that is like zombie games.
Okay.
Maybe. Would you consider that horror?
Technically, yeah, but if
Like-
you're asking somebody whose like main squeeze is playing horror games, like there are so many better ones. Like that's just so like bottom of the barrel. Like, oh, I guess I'll just kill a zombie. Or something.
I think it's probably because I don't really like adventure games or like things that like tell a story to you.
Okay.
Like in a way and like
You don't
force
like a
you through a
storyline.
story. I mean, I do like a good storyline. I'm not saying that.
You don't
but
like
just
a-
like when you get pushed through
You know, what's
a
the term
story.
for that? It's like
Narrative?
huh?
What do you mean narrative?
I guess
Yeah,
there are
stuff like
games
that.
certainly like that where it's like you have to do this otherwise you can't progress or you
Yeah,
you know
aren't
you
those-
got to do it.
linear?
You got to do it in this order.
Yeah,
Like linear?
or isn't there like
Yeah.
The Last of Us? Isn't that is that a horror game?
The last.
Technically,
Is that like a
there's
narrative
like such a
type game?
huge difference between things that I feel like are horror that's there to scare you and horror
Sure.
just in theme.
It's like an action
guess.
horror.
Yeah,
Right?
like I
Adventure
can
horror.
tell you, and it's not because I played a lot of horror games. The Last of Us isn't scary. It's not a scary game. It's
Okay.
good. It's a very good story game, and I mean, if you're there, if you were one of the characters in The Last of Us, it would be a fucking horror story. But it just doesn't really come across as like scary. You know, it's just like. Would you say like The Walking Dead is like
So just
scary?
a darker story.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
All right, I mean, maybe
I gotcha.
okay. Maybe you convinced me to put it in unfamiliar because I don't know.
That makes sense.
It's just not my thing. I haven't really played any of them. I guess like the true horror games.
Yeah,
So.
both my tattoos are from horror games, actually.
Show
So,
them off. Show them off.
fuck, where's the camera?
Right in front of you.
Ugh! Yeah.
So what is that?
It's not. Okay, so this one is Pyramid Head from Silent Hill 2, which just got a remake last year.
I
if
never
you-
would have guessed that his name is Pyramid Head.
That's better than
Joke,
Pinhead.
Samuel.
Pinhead.
Who you call Pinhead?
So, especially because you were talking about, you know, like actual scary things and like not being familiar with it and like story driven games. Silent Hill 2, the original one way back on the PS2, I think a lot of people agree that is the best horror game to date. So the remake was very welcomed because that franchise has been like dead for years and now it's finally getting a revival, which is awesome. But there's you mentioned psychological horror. That's what it is, right?
Sure.
Obviously, I recommend everyone go play it if they haven't. You can cut the fucking tension in the air in that game with a fucking knife. It's it just makes you like really uncomfortable. And I actually had you play the very beginning
play
of
the
it.
very beginning
Yeah,
of
you
it.
did play the very beginning of it. And there's so much like spoiler territory, but like it has like a great twist, which I think definitely makes them like stories in general better. Where like you think one thing throughout the entire story, and then like at the end you're like, oh fuck, that's what this is. You know,
Gotcha, yeah.
like that kind of a thing. So I think the twist is really good, and as far as psychological horror goes, every monster that you come across in that game has direct ties to subconscious feelings by the protagonist. So they all serve a purpose and a backstory. The monsters are real and aren't real in a sense, but they definitely are there to not to play games with them. They're not fucking around. Mm-hmm. So again, I would love to get into what Pyramid Head represents, but I highly recommend you play it, and then we can have that discussion.
Okay.
There we go. Kelly adds that Sims has a Grim Reaper, so that's her favorite horror game.
Yes. I have not played that one. I probably will not be playing that one.
How many graves do you have in your backyard? I don't think I got any more than like 2 or 3 back when I played. It was a long time ago, though.
All right, so it looks like you put it under very.
Yeah,
enjoyable.
so I put it in very.
It's not in blows your mind.
It's not in blows my mind. Don't get me wrong.
So it's
I think
not your favorite. Or
when anticipating releases for it, I'm like really excited for it. It's like my favorite genre. But I can't say, with the exception of like Silent Hill 2, which is kind of like everyone's exception for blows my mind. I'm so accustomed to the genre, be it movies and games. Nothing really stands out to me much anymore. Like, sure. I can still appreciate, the designs and the stories, but nothing's gonna fucking take me off guard right now and blow my mind. So I'll always really enjoy them, even the shitty ones. But none of them truly like blow my mind, I would say.
Okay.
I was thinking the same thing for me. Horror doesn't exactly blow my mind in the sense that I think you were pretty much touching on it, but like, the storylines are usually predictable, if not dead on. Like, I was like, oh, maybe I didn't see that coming, but like overall, it's pretty predictable.
Right.
So I tend to not get scared by the games, and I think Dylan, you're the same way. I put it under very enjoyable though, because I very much enjoy the genre, and I very much miss how we used to sit around and play like games like Until Dawn, and also. Outlast.
Emily wants. Oh,
and Emily wants to play.
Wants
yeah,
to
you want
play.
to play a fucking freaky game? Play Emily Wants to Play.
That's just
that will
like
make you jump
scare
on
shit,
the first
though.
one every time.
Yeah, it's not like an oppressive atmosphere. No. They just get you with jump scares all the time. But
it is in VR though too, and that will get you.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
All right,
but yeah.
So let's move on to the next one.
Let's do it.
Okay, the next one is. One we just discussed before, but we could maybe combine this with another genre. It is platformers. There's probably a couple that we could lump in with this one if you want to.
Dylan's adding it up right away.
He's already got it in. All right, we'll just leave it at platformers then.
Platformers. So these are like the Marios and the...
Super Smash Bros. Kind of like a platformer.
Okay, like a side-scroll game.
Angry Birds, if you want to consider that.
I played the shit out of Angry
You should
Birds.
just make mobile games their own fucking title.
Side scroller. We'll consider side scrollers and within the platformers category.
What else falls in that category? Like
Nintendo.
Yeah, right.
Largely Nintendo.
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna put this in trash, and I'm gonna say
you seem pretty eager about that.
The only exception to this really is Super Smash Bros. Otherwise, I really do not like.
I wouldn't
playing.
even say that.
I wouldn't even say
hate
that Smash is a platformer. That's more of a fighting game.
Oh, I just meant that I wouldn't even be so kind to Super Smash Bros.
I mean, it kind of falls under the platformer category, but yes, it is more like a fighting. I guess just fighting in general, fighting game. But yeah, I never really got into any of the Mario games or any stuff like that.
Even when you were like a kid?
Yeah, I mean I played Mario games, but
either.
none of the platformer type stuff.
I never did.
And the one thing that pissed me off is like about those games is you start something, you get to a certain point, and then you can't you fail or whatever, and then you have to start all the way from the beginning.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
you get to a certain point, and you're repeating the same stuff over
You're
and
repeating
over
the
and
level.
over again.
This is deja vu. Did you talk about this on one of your prior episodes?
No, I don't. Well, maybe we did. I don't know.
I feel
But
like
anyway,
I heard this exact argument.
I
from you.
really,
It's
I
weird.
really hate that. It drives me nuts. If I can't feel like I am progressing or getting anywhere in something, or like I have to completely start over from scratch every like 3 to 10 minutes or something like that, just it upsets me more than gives me enjoyment. So
Not a Dark Souls game.
I'm not a Dark Souls
Yeah,
person.
me neither.
I have
That game's way over
I
the
have
top.
played some Souls-like games, which I have enjoyed, but no, just not generally a fan of that type of stuff.
Sure.
And if I do play games like that, I usually play on like story mode, because I'd rather just get through it and feel the story and just
Yeah.
go through the basic combat and not feel like I'm...
A lot of those games don't offer that because
Yeah.
like their core design philosophy is making you really fucking mad and like pushing you to like learn or whatever, which I don't agree with. By the way, I wish there was a difficulty. I think regardless, everyone should be able to enjoy anything that they purchase.
I
but-
get why people enjoy them, because it's like you have to do something and you have to like learn the boss, so you have to like learn this fight.
Yeah, you
and
can't
then you have to
brain
like
off it
you almost
normally.
have to like achieve some sort of perfection, right? Or near
Yeah.
perfection. So like that part I totally understand, just not for me.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's fair. I don't really care for them either, but I do own most of them for some reason. But anyway, I
Back to
put
platformers.
For trophies.
Yeah.
That's why you own them.
I do have a couple
right.
platinums on them,
couple.
which is funny because I have friends who are like, "Oh, Dark Souls is like the best thing." I'm like, "Dark Souls sucks." They're like, "You have 3 platinums for Dark Souls." Like, well, okay, well, it's complicated.
So I should be able to have
yeah, exactly. They suck. I've got like 300 hours in it. They suck. It's terrible.
That is kind of like the whole GTA argument. Like, at least you played through it and be like, okay, Dylan thinks it sucks. That's fine.
Yeah.
He played through it. I would rip on you way harder if you play like the first chapter and you're like, yeah, man, I don't know. This introductory scene is not for me.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I threw platformers in okay. I can get down with brain off gameplay. You know, like, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You just need to veg the fuck out. You know what I played, and I think I sent it to you. They remastered. They remastered Croc, Legend of the Gobos.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it was like, I don't know, like $20 on like PS5. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna play Croc, dude. I actually never beat Croc before. Fun fact.
Really?
Yeah, I would always use cheat codes to get to the end. And I beat the game using cheat codes.
Sure,
But
sure.
I never actually beat the game like
All the way through.
all the way through. So I start, because I remembered I would get to like the sand level or whatever, and I would just like lose all the
Lose
time.
interest.
What was I, maybe like 7 years old? Like, what am I supposed to fucking do? This is way too
Yeah,
hard.
right.
And now here's like 30-year-old me like playing like a child's game, and I'm like,
It's a great game.
I'd like barely die until like the
Yeah.
very end, the second to last fucking stage.
Sure.
I like completely game over 3 consecutive fucking times. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if you remember this level. I'm gonna test your memory, okay?
Yeah, please do.
So right before the very final boss, so it's the last level. There's this dude, right? And he's got a hammer.
Okay.
And every couple seconds he slams the hammer down and it flips the platforms.
Sure.
So normally, I mean,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not unfamiliar with that mechanic because I've played other games.
Mm.
For some reason, the rate at which the flip happens is like a bit too awkward prior to like your jump
It's
timing.
clunky.
Yeah. So like half the time I'm doing a jump as best as timing as I can, and as I'm making the jump, it's still like 3/4 turned, and Croc just like fumbles off the edge and dies.
I know exactly what you're talking
And
about.
I remember
That's
sitting
right
there.
about probably where I quit as well.
Yeah, in the glow of my fucking TV light as like a 30-year-old man, you know, playing Croc Legend of the Gobos.
What am I doing here?
Or yeah, I'm like, and I just remember being so mad. I'm like, why can't I do this? This game was so fucking easy. I've done things like this before. Like, am I actually that fucking bad?
194
Yeah,
platforms.
yeah,
I should be able to figure this out.
But yeah, I did get through it, and I did feel pretty good about it once I did it.
That's
But
good.
Yeah, I like brain off gameplay. So I do enjoy platformers. With in weird exception to like Sonic. Like when I was a kid, I fucking loved Sonic games, and actually I have very distinct memories of playing Sonic Adventure 2 on the GameCube with you.
Yes, such a good game,
dude. Actually, one of my all-time favorites, still to this day. I replay it every couple of years or whatever. Yeah, just so good.
I ended up buying it because I realized it was on Steam like a couple of years ago, and I just bought it, and then I never played it. I really should.
Well, you can technically finish it in like
only thing is
Hero, Dark, and Final Story.
They don't
in
have
3 hours.
they don't have the battle edition or whatever. It's just
You
Sonic
can't do
Adventure
versus?
2. Yeah, it's just the base game. It doesn't have like the I don't know all the extra stuff like the Chow. some of the
There's
Chow
no
stuff.
way it didn't come with Chow. I have it on Steam. It came with the Chow Garden.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was just some of it.
The
I
last
don't know.
game, by the way, in the entire franchise to ever have Chow Garden.
Oh yeah.
Fact. And
Yeah.
it's crazy because I fucking love the Chow Garden.
Mm-hmm.
And when I look online, everyone loved the Chow Garden. So why the fuck isn't the Chow Garden in any of the other games? I don't know.
What is the Chow Garden?
Think of it like
And what game was this again?
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle
Oh,
on the
okay.
GameCube. I suppose it actually originally released on the Dreamcast, maybe, and then it got ported to GameCube soon after. They came out around the same time. But, yeah, essentially, like, you go do normal, I go really fast Sonic things, and then you can get
Collect
these
coins.
things. Yeah, rings. Coins is Mario.
Please,
okay?
please.
Rings.
Come on,
Collect the
dude.
rings.
You
You
can get...
meet Dr. Eggman and Shadow's like your nemesis, and
That was his debut game?
you're trying to go through like these levels, going through these maps or whatever, and just trying to go through the story. I guess it's.
But in the levels, they have these containers that you can break open. You can get a key, so at the end of the level, you go to the Child Garden, which is effectively like Tamagotchis,
Like the
but
crystal door of Croc?
kind of, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a fair comparison.
But it's like this separate place. It's
Yeah.
like its own little tiny world, and you're basically like a babysitter for like these little globs of
Yeah.
goo.
And you can feed them like different like animal things that you pick up to like give them like cat ears or bat wings or like
Yeah.
and you can race them and you can make them fight to
they're
the
just
death
like-
in karate for some reason.
Look up Chow.
gonna-
They're just blobs, and they look like babies. And you can like customize them with like wings and like give them like halo on top of their head. It's
Yes,
like
the
good.
funny part about that is, because you can make them hero chows or dark chows based on who you're playing. Like because you can play the evil people and you can play the good people. And I know if you're the good guys and you're nice to a chow, the chow likes you and it becomes a hero, right? And if you're a bad character and you're nice to a chow, it becomes a bad chow. But the fucked up thing I remember is you can also do it the opposite way, where you can be Sonic and beat the shit out of chows. And they will instinctively just grow away from being a hero and go into dark. So you can just be like Sonic and throw. You can pick them up and throw them against the wall. You can drown them in the pond.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah. If they don't know how to swim, you can just put them and they're like, and they're like, it's so traumatizing. It's like,
it's
Sonic,
like you're
what
drowning.
are you doing?
It's like you're drowning
the
a baby.
fucking little baby. Maybe that's why they didn't bring it back.
That
But
could be.
it's like animal cruelty or
a little
something.
bit of a culture shock.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a good fucking time. I hate the old Sonic games that are platformers though, but I like the ones that are like 3D, like that one was. So that's my exception.
I was
but
like Mario. I liked Super Mario 64. It was 3D.
I am Super
But
Mario
the other
64.
ones, yeah.
I'm gonna beat it
good
one
game.
day.
Maybe I will too.
You
Someday.
get an N64 and play that shit on.
I think I did get up to
hardware.
like 70 stars at one point.
That's probably way further than I got.
it's hard.
It is a hard fucking game. People speedrun that shit. It's crazy.
So as I went to look for the chows, they are kind of funny to look at. But when I went to Google, a suggested article is titled "EA Game Shutting Down on December 12th." I was like, whoa, that's kind of big news. Like EA Games is shutting down? What does that mean? No, you click on the article. It's not a typo. It's EA Game, like an EA game is shutting down.
Oh.
EA has confirmed that FIFA 23 servers will be... Fuck you.
No, not FIFA.
Not FIFA 23 2 years ago.
Oh, good. You do have sports. That's another one I can rip on. Perfect.
Yes, there you go.
All right. Okay, so where'd you put platformers? You put it on OK?
I
Dylan?
put it
I put it
on...
on
Or
OK,
did
yeah.
Collin put it?
I put it on not my taste just because I really don't care for 2D games. Sorry to piss you off, Sam. Jesus Christ.
What the fuck did you say about Mario 64?
It's like
I didn't know that triggered you so much.
the beer did a weird thing in my throat as it went down. It like sloshed back and forth, and like I don't know what happened. It was weird. Made me cough.
I usually do that. I usually like breathe my whatever I'm drinking.
Yeah, I don't know. I
I'm
haven't had that
notorious
happen
for that.
before.
Oh, I do it at least every week.
All right, on to the next one.
Yeah.
What time are we at? Wow, it's already been an hour.
It's already been an hour.
We still got a lot of one. We only been through 4 categories. All right, so next one is MMO.
MMO.
MMO, multiplayer,
Massive
multiplayer online games. This is your World of Warcraft.
Yes.
This is your Star Wars: The Old Republic. Your Guild Wars. Your
Not the same as like Dota or
no,
that's a MOBA.
That's different.
that's different.
MOBA. Okay,
MOBA.
I gotcha. Both are trash, in my opinion.
I agree. As someone
the
who's
League of
probably
Legends
spent
player.
10 years playing League of Legends, I agree. It is fucking terrible.
Okay, so I'm not familiar with any of those games, so I guess I'm just gonna... That automatically puts me in the category that I just mentioned.
You know, and we've asked you to play Star Wars: The Old Republic before, and you've just said no.
What?
And you haven't ever played
No way.
an MMO game.
I don't recall you ever asking.
Multiple times.
Nah, I don't think that's real. Fake news.
You have to at least play it once. Maybe I'll play a horror game if you play an MMO game. Maybe
You
we
should
could
be making
do
that
make a
pitch
deal.
to me.
Oh, I should.
Yeah, I would be
right.
way more excited for you to play a good horror game than he
Yeah,
would be. I don't
what
think
if
he
we-
gives a fuck?
What if we... What if we streamed on this channel like a playthrough of a horror game or something where we're all packed around the TV in there?
I could do that.
Should absolutely do that. Remember that?
All right.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I put MMO on very enjoyable. I am a guy who has played quite a few MMOs and put quite a few hours into them. Probably the most would be World of Warcraft. It's probably the one I've played the most. But
Okay.
I'd say they're very enjoyable. I don't say they blow my mind because there are some frustrating things about them that, like, after a while, they just become old. Like, a lot of times I will play an MMO for like a couple months and then I just can't do it anymore. It feels like a grind, you know?
Sure.
So
No, too much time investment.
once it feels like too grindy, then I just stop.
I gotcha.
So
Let's get Clayton on here.
Yeah.
Let's get Clayton on here to talk about
yeah,
MMOs.
so you could
How
probably
would
talk about like RuneScape or something.
Oh, does RuneScape count?
Oh, yeah.
I think
That's an
RuneScape.
MMO,
I
for
think
sure.
RuneScape would count as an MMO.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
So I played RuneScape back when, I don't know, would you say when it first started? Was 07 when it
2000.
actually started?
Oh no.
Yeah,
03 probably. It was a long time ago. I swear I have been like 8 or 9 years old.
I just started playing it a little bit again.
Oh really?
Yeah. I created an account. I was like, I wonder if like I get the same satisfaction out of starting it again. Because I remember like as a kid, you start that and it's like, wow, it's a wide open world and
Yeah.
there's so many things you can do and yeah, like
I can
started
cut
playing.
a tree. I can
Yeah.
burn the wood.
I could start fires. This is crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty cool
yeah.
for it. Like
It's
RuneScape was for its
certainly
time.
doesn't have the same luster it once did, but
Mhm.
I found enjoyment playing it for like a half hour so far.
I every couple of years I have gone on and just played for like an hour, and then I'm like, I don't know why I'm doing this.
I did once go on to check my old account that I had just to see, because RuneScape used to tell you when you last logged in.
Yes.
And it's like when I log back in, it
500,000 days ago.
It was like 4,000 days or whatever it was. I was like, holy shit. It's a long time.
I ended up selling my RuneScape account.
Selling account. How much do you get?
I don't know, like $15 or something.
Damn, dude. Rich. Nice.
That's wild. That's actually wild. I put that shit in not my taste. I don't think they're bad by any means.
You just can't get silver medals for what are they called?
Trophies?
Trophies, yeah.
They have
Platinum
MMOs that they port to
do they have some on
PlayStation.
PlayStation?
Yeah, actually, there was a while back that I kind of wanted
I'm
to
going to keep
make
making fun of you about that. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. It's my proudest moment, dog.
200 is going to
But
be a
I
banger.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all
I have plans
We're
for
going to
it.
throw a party for
Dylan's
200.
taking
I
us
have
all out
plans
for a
for
steak
it.
dinner.
So my very first platinum was Dead Space on PS3.
Okay.
And even though I've finished the remake, I'm waiting off on platinuming it to have it be my 200th
Oh, that's
platinum.
really cool.
So yeah, that's going to be my little hurrah. But every milestone, so
Yeah.
like 1 and then 100 was Catherine, which is my other tattoo. Yeah, so like every 100, I wanted to do something special. I don't know if I'll make it to 300.
300
But
is a stretch.
yeah, I think I'm burning out. But I said that like 3 years ago, so I don't know. Anyway, yeah, MMOs not my taste. I don't really care for it. I tried RuneScape multiple times, and I just couldn't get into it. I chopped trees for a while. That gave me some kind of serotonin. Because I watched the level go up, I'm like, oh, big number, get bigger, you know. But then after you hit like level 30 and you're hitting like the most effective tree, I guess, for leveling, and it's gonna start taking like an hour plus to level up, I'm like, this is fucking stupid. Like, you need to at least like feed my brain a level every 10 minutes at least.
Sure.
Yeah, even if you have to like increase the level cap to compensate to like 1,000 levels. I guarantee you more people would play that way because you're actually consistently seeing progress. It's like
seeing
cookie
progress.
clicker,
Yeah.
right? You just click on the fucking cookie and people will just still do those. Oh, man, 500,000 clicks.
Click on the cookie.
What? So I don't know. Yeah, not my thing.
I don't know. Well, I think about it, a lot of games have stuff like that.
keep
Minecraft,
you-
I just click, and then my guy chops some wood, and I have wood now. Like,
Yeah.
we'll get into Minecraft. Don't worry.
Is that its own genre?
Minecraft is
Maybe
way
it
better.
should be. Maybe it should be. Where did Collin put MMO? Probably
Unfamiliar.
Yeah.
I don't know that
Well,
I've
I mean,
played
RuneScape.
yeah.
That's kind of like everyone's. I feel like everyone's like measurement of the genres. Like, I think I played RuneScape that one time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're a WoW player, but
Yeah, I did write it in unfamiliar until I realized that RuneScape was in the list. RuneScape alone, I would probably put as okay. I understand why people play it. I can understand how you get into it. And I could probably do it too if I invested the time, but for right now, it's like...
not worth it.
I'm putting way less than a few minutes averaging in a week. So,
Chat, let us know if there's any genres you want us to add and talk about.
yeah. What's been your favorite so far? Or what is your favorite?
What is your favorite
Maybe
genre?
we're missing it. Maybe
might be.
Sam's list is not an end.
It is not complete. All right. Our next one, this might be not very hot topic, but we got sports as a genre.
All right.
I started writing trash in trash.
Nice. This would include racing games, I feel like, or do you not want to include racing games?
Oh.
Should we have racing be separate?
I think technically racing should be separate.
Racing should be separate.
Racing should be
I
separate.
do agree.
All right.
Because I wouldn't call like Need for Speed.
Need for
like
Speed
a
is not the
sports
same as
game,
like
right?
Madden. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna separate sports and racing. In that case, I am putting sports under trash. Right? The only sports game I have played that I liked was playing NFL Blitz on the PlayStation.
Hell yeah.
And that was mostly because I just had my cousin. That was like one of the
You
games
could
we
beat
had.
the shit
and
out of your cousins?
We were just play against my cousins. And yeah. Otherwise, I don't think I would ever play sports games. It's not into them.
Yeah.
Oh, there was an NFL game too. What is it?
Like
What's
backyard
like the
football?
NFL, like NFL Street and NBA Street.
Okay.
I used to play those games.
Sure, I gotcha.
Yeah. But that was for a short period of time, so
I gotcha.
yeah, it's not into them.
I put it under good, but I guess I'm kind of still like teetering on this one because the only real sport that I played was Madden football. Like I didn't play basketball. Fuck basketball. Fuck baseball. Fuck whatever else. Like
Yeah.
I really only cared about Madden. I played the shit out of Madden 2005. Like way back in the PlayStation 2 days. Played the shit out of the game. Really enjoyed it. I still play it every once in a while. The nephews kick my ass though. I'm not good at it as I once was, and it's mainly because they add this bullshit thing called like hit stick or whatever it is. It's like if you know how to use the thumbstick in a certain pattern as your guy's moving around, you use like a tank. He's unstoppable. It's like just go down. Fuck. So yeah, really enjoyed Madden. I'll still play it. It's good. Not my favorite, but it's
Okay.
good.
All right. What about you, Dylan?
Surprising no one I put in trash. This just comes from like a philosophy standpoint. I think games are really good escapism, and I think people play games for a variety of different reasons. But I think a big one is the fact that you're being told stories or doing things that you can't do in real life.
Okay.
And now I know no one's good. Like, well, Dylan, I can't play on this professional sports team. Like, yeah, I know. But, like, you also have sports events that seemingly go on, like, back to back to back from sport to sport all year round that you can just watch, right? You know, there's so many communities for involvement in sports in general.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why you would feel it like, oh, I need to play the sports game. And
Yeah.
from what I see in my research, very light research, they're all shitty. Like, especially now, they seem to get like progressively worse, and they make one every year. It's like $70 game. Like, oh boy, I can't wait for the new Madden. Like, is it really that much different? I bet it's still a piece of shit, just like the other 30 were. But again, people just fucking
The roster's updated. You got to play with the latest people.
take my money. Take my money. It's like the console.
So who's the
It's a
bigger
cash
fool?
grab.
People buying Madden every year, or people buying Elder Scrolls every year, or Skyrim rather?
I will give it.
Not
I
every-
will
not
give
every
it.
year, but
I was about to say the bigger loser is still the sports fans.
Okay.
At least Skyrim, hey man. If you really like Skyrim and you feel the need to replay it on every platform possible, I mean,
it has gotten updates.
that's your prerogative, you know. As far as sports
Plus,
goes,
you can mod Skyrim to be whatever
Well,
game
mods-
you want
mods
it
is
to be.
like its own thing.
I
That's-
heard it doesn't crash the game at all.
Depends on how you mod it. I mean, and your system specs. But yeah.
Quick story here. I remember talking to my boss who, you know, he's an attorney. He doesn't like game or anything. He doesn't have time for that. But he knows that I'm kind of big into it. And he brought up, he's just like, you know what game that I played a lot as a kid that I really liked? I said, what?
Pong.
No, it's not that old, for God's sake. But it was like NBA Jam. I love NBA Jam. I played that all the time when I was young. It's like, do you think I could like get a copy of that now? I said, you'd probably have to buy like the old system for it. I don't know if they like re-release NBA Jam.
Yeah.
Seems like kind of like a weird one-off title.
Right.
But I thought it was like, I thought it was funny because he was like so excited about it. And I said, yeah, and then you could do something with your kids, right? You could play like the old NBA Jam with them. and then if you win, you can rub it in their face. And even if you lose to them, you still get the ability to say, "I fucked your mom," right? It would just be the perfect. It's the perfect storm. Win or lose, you still have that over your own kid, right? So
nice.
Yeah. So just perfect. But
Gotta give them the real gaming experience.
This is how shit was back in my day, brother.
Yeah. Get fucked.
Yeah. I'll be seeing your mom later tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. But yeah, not a big fan of sporties.
All right. Well, we'll go back to what we discussed before: racing games.
Racing games.
Racing games, separate from sports. It's a really shitty art. All right. I guess, are you like waiting to reveal to us?
Dylan's got a big reveal here.
I want Collin to guess where I put racing games.
Very enjoyable. Oh, I got to think about this real. You probably actually ranked it decently because you might like some racing game that's just obscure. Or maybe I'm wrong. I'm wrong depending on
Need for Speed, Most Wanted, probably.
Hot Pursuit 2?
You probably put it in trash.
No, I put it in okay.
Okay.
I'm middle of the road at it. I don't really play racing games, but there have been times where like I've played some like street racing, like some random street racer game, and it's one of those things where like I'm gonna make the pun. You have the need for speed, right? You just got to go really fast, and you want to see all the colorful city lights and like all the cool landscapes that some of the games have, and like all the interesting tracks. And it's one of those games that no matter what you do, you can turn the fucking sound off and just fucking blast music and just have a good time.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and I think you know, that's solid. Even though it's not my favorite, I can't say it's bad. So there you go.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, I put it in good, which might surprise Collin.
Samuel.
Yeah, so racing games are not my go-to games by any means, and I wouldn't say they're my favorite type of games, but I do enjoy them, and I think they have their place, and it is something that I do like to do, you know, or play that I come back to, and I probably play at least once a year. And most of that is because I have a racing simulator set up at home.
Oh, that would help.
Which helps.
That certainly helps.
But it's also part of the reason is because I have a Corvette. I like driving it. I like driving on the track, going fast and everything. And then I have to put it away for like half the year.
Yep.
And I spend half the year just wanting to drive the car. And so by playing on the racing simulator, it kind of like helps alleviate that pain or whatever. Scratch the itch. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I come back to them. Also, most of them are just good games, but I know Collin and I like to play the Project Cars 3 every now and then.
It's been a long time.
I did play a lot of racing games growing up, like Need for Speed.
Sure.
Played a lot of those.
Yeah, dude. It's classic.
They were good. They weren't always my favorite games, but they were good.
Sure.
So that's why I got it under there.
I gotcha. Nice. Well, I had to curve my result a little bit. And I chose to use it for this one because I don't think anything else on this list is exactly going to blow my mind. But racing games blow my mind.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. It's more so the technology. So you already started to dive into it. The technology is there where you can really enjoy a racing game for what it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. So with my racing simulator upstairs and the VR attached to it, I feel like I'm racing in the car. Short of moving around and feeling bumps, like it feels pretty realistic.
I'm sure you could emulate that too if you really wanted to.
Yeah, you could just shake the back of my chair while I'm playing.
I'll pay you like $10 an hour.
Courtney asks why I don't live somewhere warmer, so I don't have to put my car away for half the year.
Perfect segue. Nice one, Courtney.
Yeah.
Can we all just sign a pact that we can like move to a nice warm state together and then continue our friendship? Because you all are just the reason I'm staying here.
I wouldn't want to go. I like the cold.
No, not for me. I'm a warm guy.
iceborn.
Maybe. We'd have to find an area where there's a racetrack, though. That's
true.
The one caveat.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
There is Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Since I know that's
There's
where she's
also, I
talking
just
about.
found this out a couple days ago. There is a track, like a 3-mile track in South Carolina.
Okay.
And then there's always Road Atlanta, which is pretty awesome. So I've
Sure.
heard.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's places to go.
So other than like the technology being amazing these days when it
Yeah.
works, obviously our Sims. Well,
Yeah.
your Sim seems to be fine. Mine with the whole VR,
The
it
VR,
just
I think that was
really
just a VR
fucks
that
with my
wasn't working.
system, and I have to like bootleg some certain like settings just to get it to work. But I have been playing racing games for a very long time. I think I'm still trying to remember what my earliest racing game was, and I think it was oh god, I can picture it. It was like before, so you had like the NASCAR Thunder series in like the 2000s, and then it became like NASCAR Heat and NASCAR whatever else.
I
So,
never
like,
played any of the NASCAR games.
I started with NASCAR. I was a huge
Okay.
NASCAR fan as a kid. And
Wow.
the first understatement, right?
Yes.
So I have a shrine of Jeff Gordon things that are still packed away in a box.
Oh, really?
Yes, a
Certainly
shrine.
should.
Anyways, that's all.
Not Dale.
Not Dale.
See a little Collin waking up every day, getting out of his fucking race car bed and just fucking like
I never-
bowing down to a giant poster.
Banging my knees to a poster of Jeff Gordon. No, I never had.
Let's take Bikini Bottom and move it somewhere else.
Push. I never had the race car bed, and I was always envious of the people that did. It's totally a sidebar there. The earliest racing game I think I can remember. I'm gonna look it up while you guys. I find you guys talking at some
You
point.
can get
but
your children
I
racing
think. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it was on the PC. I think this PC had the memory of like a goldfish by today's standards. But it was still enough to play a game. I want to say it was dated like 1999 or 2000. Like NASCAR. And that was the coolest game at the time.
You'll have to go back and play it.
No, I don't want to because I'm sure it's shit.
Oh yeah, it'll be garbage.
Then around the time where I played the shit out of Madden 2005, I was playing the shit out of NASCAR Thunder 2004. 2004 is where I really found my racing jam there. So I bought a lot of NASCAR games. Then it turned into Project Cars 2, and then Project Cars 3 that we race on with The Sims now. So
I'd say the difficulty with it is that, or the simulator is that, like, visually it does feel very realistic, like for what you would normally be doing.
yeah,
But like the feeling is just not
Right.
there.
the 4D is not there.
feeling a half a G to a full G of force pushing on you to the side when you're going
Yeah.
around a corner, and
Sure.
feeling the bumps and everything like that. And now the steering wheels are pretty good, where they have like force feedback, and they got
Sure.
pretty
Yeah.
good stuff with that. And
Okay.
the pedals are fairly. I mean, the stuff that they have are
Yeah, the clutch
they're
pedal's a
okay.
little
They're
disappointing.
not great, but I'm sure there's some simulator, like $10,000 simulator out there that has like a very realistic feel in it
Sure,
or whatever.
sure.
But
Like a full distance clutch.
yeah,
The gas feels pretty realistic, and the brake is like getting there, but the clutch for me, also for like the utter uselessness the clutch has on a game, like you can't snub out a car if you tried.
oh yeah,
Like it's not realistic at all.
mm-hmm.
You don't even I don't even use the clutch when I'm shifting gears because it just goes for you.
Mm-hmm.
Just stay on the gas and bang it. It's not realistic in that sense.
Yeah, and I feel like I did get the shifter and everything, and I noticed myself like enjoying the game more when I just used the paddles.
I can't get
So.
into the paddle shifters. I think they're boring.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that from a manual elitist perspective. I don't feel connected to the car with the paddle shifters.
Yeah.
I don't know. Personal
Fair.
preference, I guess. Anyway, Now that we've bored Dylan to tears with racing game.
The Carpool Cartina Carcast.
Yep.
This is the car section of the Cantina Carpool podcast.
We got about 6 more so to go through, so we got a ways to go.
All right, we're going to have to pick it up.
We are going to have to pick it up. Chat hasn't said any genres they want us to go over yet.
Chat's getting sick of our shit.
Come on,
they
chat.
Want us to
Let's
end.
go. So the next one is strategy.
Strategy. Ooh.
And I'm going to definitely put this in blows my mind. Because
Right off the bat, strategy.
I really love strategy games.
Like, what strategy are we talking? Are we talking like Risk, or are we talking like
This is, I mean, under this
Monopoly?
category, Monopoly would be under it.
Okay.
Like RTS, real-time strategy games.
Sure.
So StarCraft, Warcraft 3, Halo Wars. I'm trying to Age of Empires, stuff like that. Also, you can consider like MOBAs probably under this category. So like League of Legends, Dota 2.
I gotta change my.
Put it down. Move it down.
I really like strategy stuff. I like trying to use my mind to outsmart other people, I guess.
Okay.
So
I'm honestly trying to think if I've played any.
Be like a psychopath.
no, not in that kind of way.
I'm honestly trying to like think of any strategy games that I play.
Monopoly.
I mean, yeah. in real
Monopoly
life.
on the Switch.
Yeah, the Switch. I have played it on the Switch. Katie has it. Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder if we could include. Oh no, puzzle's going to be a different category.
Puzzles.
I'm trying to think of anything else that might be a strategy type of game that you might have played.
Oh, I was about to say I don't think he's played any like RTSs or anything like that.
No, I don't think he has. It's a shame. It's such a good game genre. All right, Dylan, where'd you put it?
I put it in good. I can get down with it. I feel like a lot of times I go through my day-to-day without using my head, like almost all the fucking time. So much like puzzles, which I'll likely put in the same category, it kind of lets me flex my brain muscles a little bit,
Sure.
which is kind of good to break the tedium. But I can't say that I play a whole lot of strategy games anymore. It's kind of niche for me now. Some things you might be able to call strategy, but it's not anything like hardcore or anything like that.
But you played
Like-
League of Legends for
League,
10 years.
let me
over
tell
10
you,
years.
I'll tell you about strategy in MOBA. It's like get fucking lucky. Like that's the
No.
strategy. Oh god, yeah.
It is not.
You
getting
queue
lucky.
in with 4 other anthropoids, okay, and they're just like,
Anthropoids.
yeah,
Do you mean anthropods?
no anthropoids like higher tier primates, you know, like fucking like more intelligent monkeys.
Oh, I learned something new
Yeah,
today.
Yeah, I learned a new word.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm pretty sure maybe I had a couple people who let their like dog. They put peanut butter on the keyboard and they let the dog kind of like lap up the peanut butter. And that's
Oh,
how they
is that
push
how
the keys.
your teammates were?
Yeah, largely.
My teammates are idiots,
My
and my
teammates are
opponents
stupid.
are pros.
They are, dude, and then they like.
If everybody
say-
knew what I was doing, we'd be winning.
Dude, I always do good. I've never done bad in a video
always
game
do good.
in my entire life. It's always my team. It's never me. Unless you were like,
You sound
I
like
feel like
the
unless you're-
stereotypical League of Legends player.
Yeah, because you don't play League and I do play.
I
League.
have played League.
Yeah, but have you
I've-
played as much as me?
No,
Exactly.
but I played more MOBA games than you, I bet.
We might be pretty close. I'm not gonna lie. Like in time
Do you know how
or
many-
like variety.
How many matches have you played?
1v1.
Or how about time?
1v1.
Just overall time.
I have
Do you know
been
your
playing.
hours?
No, they stopped doing that. There used to be a site where you could check all that shit, and I'm glad
Do you
it's
know
not
how
up
many games
anymore.
you played?
No,
many
because they don't keep track of that shit.
Wow,
I
that's because
started-
League sucks.
Yeah, I agree.
sucks.
I agree. But
They can't
I
even keep
started
track of how many
playing-
games you played.
I started playing League, oh God, maybe like 19. Around the age of 19 is when I got introduced to it.
Sure.
And I just stopped playing it like
And
last
it just
year.
ruined your life forever.
It did. It did, bro. Like, I'm so glad that I'm like untethered by that franchise now because it's very addicting, what they do.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the gameplay's so fucking addicting. And addiction's never a good thing. It's always a bad thing. Like, you never like want to do it. You want out, but you're like, oh, you just crave it. Mm-hmm. You crave it, but your mind's like, no, and your body's like, yes. Mm-hmm. It's like sex, right? No, that's not true. Mind and body want that. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I'm just happy that I'm out of it now because I'm like a lot happier with my life. Like, I would be one of those fuckers who would be like, I'm not going to bed till I get a dub. I need one dub. I gotta go out on a win. I gotta go out on a win. And my ass would be up to like fucking 3, 4 a.m. Lose.
This is why he's silver player. I don't know, whatever League does for.
I got to
Do they
platinum.
do
Fuck
medals?
you.
Oh, okay.
Asshole. Fucking bitch.
I'm trying to be one. So, yeah, MOBAs are a good way to destroy your life. They're incredibly addicting. Yeah.
I feel accomplished by not ever playing one.
You just feel the need to constantly play, and I think it's probably the most toxic genre. Like you just feel the need to bitch out your teammates at almost all times.
It's like road rage, but for gaming.
I've never done such a thing. I definitely haven't been like restricted and banned numerous times. Definitely never have done. No, never have done that. Definitely wasn't actually banned even on PlayStation last week. But
for voicing opinions.
For voicing opinions. But you can't voice opinions anymore. That's fine.
Okay.
Strategy. I put it as okay. Just because I guess I don't really know. I should probably put it under unfamiliar, but I'm sure there's something out there. I enjoyed the idea of strategy.
Catan?
Yeah, right.
Strategy
Like Catan and Monopoly. But those are board games.
Well, they have them on
Well, sure, but I've never
video games.
played them on video game format.
Electronic.
We should get Tabletop Simulator. That way we can...
I have Tabletop
Okay.
Simulator.
Perfect. Sam and I will get it so we can all play.
You can play my card game that I made with me.
Your waifus.
It's a very old game, but Andy and I did like port like a bunch of the cards to try playing on tabletop. It does work. It was pretty funny.
Do you like scan them in, or how does that work?
No, because like when we would make the cards, we made them using like Photoshop and Paint.net.
Oh, so you just use
so
the
we just
files.
use the file.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and they have a thing where you can just literally import, like paste that file on a preset object of a card.
Yeah. That's
so-
pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
You could like come up with your own board games too.
Yeah.
We could make eels and escalators.
Yeah. Anyway, I wanted a quick touch on the Dota thing.
He's not done yet.
Just one little comment. I didn't actually start getting good at the game until I realized that my mindset was holding me back.
Oh boy, this sounds like an empowerment speech.
It does, but
And then I climbed 2 divisions, and then I lost 30 games.
It's like, because it is such a mental game that you would not believe how much having like a positive mental attitude can like go from like turning a game that's like a guaranteed loss into like you'll probably win it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm serious. Like over the course of time, if you play enough games and you check your attitude on each game like all the time, you can really get good if you're staying positive. And like when I was in those moments when I was just flaming my teammates, we ended up losing because you're just doing bad, you're playing bad. But
Anthropoids.
that's what I should
fucking
say
Anthropoid.
next time. Call my teammates Anthropoids. But no, really, there's a huge mental aspect.
Yeah,
to
that's usually
games
how
like
I
that.
go about my work day too.
Yeah. Just be like, stay positive, Collin.
Don't explode here.
Don't kill
Don't
that guy.
do it now. Yep. I know that's a high ledge, but don't push him.
No one replies to that with kill yourself.
No.
Oh, it must be two different games.
The Anthropoids or what?
No, just trying to like tell your teammates like, hey, no, just chill, like let's be positive. Like slur, killing yourself, slur.
I would say at Dota, like 8 years ago, yes, it would have been that way, super toxic and everything. But I feel like the community has gotten better over time.
Leagues hasn't.
Good.
If you
Good
look
for
up, I
League.
guarantee you, if you look up most toxic video games, I guarantee you it's either number 1 or number 2 League of Legends.
Okay, well, I'm curious.
110%.
It
I'm
could
gonna bite
also
on
be
this for
because
sure.
like Dota has a behavior system. So like you have a score for your like
Sure.
behavior and
Good
for
boy
your
points?
like language and stuff, basically. But
No sticker for you. What did you call him?
if you fall below a certain threshold or whatever, like you get reported and stuff like that, then you play with the same people that are in your behavior score. So
That sounds
if
terrible.
you're toxic, you play with toxic people. If you're a positive person, you play with positive
Several,
people. generally.
according to the AI overview of
Okay.
Google, I didn't even
Okay.
scroll down yet. Several games are frequently cited for having the most toxic communities, with League of Legends and Call of Duty often topping the list.
Let's go, baby! We were there. We're on
Other-
the fields of battle.
Other games with notoriously toxic communities include Dota 2,
Yeah.
Counter-Strike 2,
Oh yeah.
Rocket League, which I fucking
Yeah.
agree with that one,
Yeah.
Really?
and
Oh, yeah,
Valorant.
totally.
Yes, Rocket League is ass, dude.
Rocket League has
It-
all the like
That game,
I wouldn't say the most toxic people, but just like the angriest people.
Oh, that's true. You can type in Rocket League, I suppose. That's right.
yeah,
I was like, you can't even communicate. Oh, yeah, you can. All right, fair enough.
you can.
It's all competitive games. People just get really pissed off.
Now let's
over
rip on Jake because he's a Rocket League player.
them. And he was an
He's-
Overwatch player.
Way better than me.
All right. Anyway,
Anyway, moving on.
what did we finished up with strategy?
That was strategy.
Now we're on to simulation games. The simulators. I'm not sure where to put this one. Somebody else is gonna have to talk first or say
Sure,
something.
I got this
'cause
one.
I don't know what to.
I'll start us off on probably the strongest note out of all three of us. I'm sure I'm the only one that likes this category. I find simulators very enjoyable just because I like the humor in them, but I also like the economic value I get out of the simulators. So like mainly here I'm talking about I got turned on to TCG Card Shop Simulator,
Which is crazy, by the way.
which
It's
is
crazy.
It's very
for that.
weird for me. I don't even like the card aspect of it. I just like the like the economy of it. I like making
Business
money
major.
by selling. What's that?
I say business major.
Yeah. I just like the economy of
Fair
it.
enough.
So the game is
You should
enjoyable.
just play Economic Simulator.
And I really
Capitalist.
and just as the title
Entrepreneur.
suggests, very enjoyable. That's just it. It's just enjoyable to me. It doesn't blow my mind. It's
Yeah.
enjoyable to play.
Mhm.
Another simulator game that I really enjoy playing is Fast Food Simulator. It's a hilarious game, just because you're literally just serving up burgers and fries and stuff at a fast food joint. It's like probably most similar to a Five Guys,
Mhm.
but unfortunately, the couple of friends that I have played with no longer wish to play the game because it's like clocking in for a shift at McDonald's, and
Sounds pretty stressful.
I'm the only one that enjoys it.
I'm putting simulators under not my taste.
I gotcha.
It's not my thing. That's about all I can say about it.
Giggling.
What?
He's just fucking giggling.
I thought it was because he was preparing to just lay into the category.
Oh. Yeah, I don't have much to say about that.
Not much to say, huh?
Oh, what about you?
It sucks. Put that shit
Sucks?
down. Put that shit down in trash.
Put what down? In trash?
Yeah, simulation.
Oh, no.
Put that shit down in trash.
No, because I can respect simulator games for what they are.
Also, like, what about like the real simulator games? Would you count like Flight Simulator and racing simulators in this, or is a racing simulator?
I mean, I guess racing simulator would just keep under racing, but flight simulator, yeah, I guess I would put that under it.
Sure.
Yeah, under simulator games.
I don't have very many hours in Flight Simulator, but from what I have played, it is enjoyable. I just don't have the full setup. I feel like that's like, for simulator games like that, like our racing sims, you have to have the setup. It's not enjoyable flying a plane with a keyboard. You got to have the yoke, and you got to have the power controls and whatever else. I don't have those.
Simulation's trash, dude.
When you say simulation is trash too, which simulators come to mind? I'm just curious.
I mean, I feel like I see a ton of them. As far as the ones I've played, I mean, I played
category.
like fucking Goat Simulator.
What are you talking about? That was a great game, and you platinumed it.
Yes. The problem is, it's just fucking stupid.
It is stupid.
Like, and I just don't seem to get enjoyment from things that are solely like, haha, do the thing. Do the thing. Why?
Why?
Or you can just like be a goat. I don't care. Like it's not telling you a story. It's not, you know, the gameplay's not tight. It's not engaging me in any way, shape, and form. It's like a little sandbox. It's like go play with the Tonka truck in the sandbox.
Farming Simulator. I completely forgot one of my favorites. So yes, I stand by my selection of putting it in very enjoyable because I love Farming Simulator. Back to you, sorry.
No, that's okay. I was done with my rant. I just think it to me it's one of the most waste of time.
If I got you to play Farming Simulator, I bet you'd change your mind.
I think the only reason I would slightly change my mind on Farming Simulator is just because it's so stupid that I might laugh a little bit.
You might crash some vehicles and think it's funny.
Yeah, why don't we jump on for some tractor simulator? Some farming simulator.
Ride.
Maybe it's an easy platinum trophy to get.
It might be. I don't know.
I don't think there are even any trophies in there.
I have so much on my fucking backlog. I just can't. I'm at the point where I'm just
you have like an Excel file of just like.
No, I thought about making it because I'm a big I like collecting physical media. So I still here and there. I just went to the retro shop in town to just look at what they had, and I came out with just like a fucking PS4 game. It's always super picked over. You can't get the good shit anymore. Mm-hmm. Everyone already has the good shit. You got to pay like exorbitant amount of money for them. But I still have like a big collection of shit from like PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Nintendo 64, Game Boy Advance, and I think this will be a topic for another time, but I think when we start moving away and they don't do physical media anymore, I'm just going to not participate with new product, and I'm just going to survive off of the things I still have to play and replaying things that are nostalgic to me. This is kind of where I'm going with it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm thankful I still have my wicked collection of PS1, 2.
Yeah, you don't have Resident Evil anymore because I really wanted to buy that off you, but I'll get it one day. One day I'll have it.
Forgot all about that.
Yeah. Blasto.
I did play Resident Evil 4 for like an hour. Is that considered a horror game?
Yeah.
Yeah, that counts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's like action horror, but yeah, I would say it's horror.
All right.
Anyway.
All right. I want to move on to something a little different that I thought of earlier because I realized it really doesn't fit into any of these categories that I have.
All right.
And this would be automation games.
Automation.
Okay.
You'll have to explain it to me.
So the two big games that come to my mind are Factorio and Satisfactory.
I've played neither.
So it's very like I want to say like engineering focused,
efficiency based.
Efficiency. You're essentially building factories to take raw materials and create something out of it through different processes, different machines, stuff like that, and get to some sort of end goal.
Okay.
If there is an end goal.
Okay.
But I feel like it doesn't really fall into any of the other categories just because it's not really action. It's not really adventure. Right. You're not really role-playing anything. You're just kind of there to build.
Yeah, I would agree.
So,
do you put Minecraft in the same category?
No.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I would say
okay.
Minecraft's an adventure game.
I mean,
Or action adventure.
I'm just gonna. I'll go with unfamiliar.
Sure.
I can't see. That seems
Yeah.
more like a PC thing. I don't know how many console games there are that really. I mean, I'm sure they ported Satisfactory over, but
Yeah. I think they did.
Well, Satisfactory is only PC.
Oh.
It is only PC?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
fuck me. No.
I'm putting it in blows my mind because I heard from a coworker a long time ago. He explained to me what Factorio was. And when I listened to him explain this game, I thought this is going to be the worst game for me to play because I'm going to get super addicted and I'm never going to do anything else except play this game.
Yeah.
So I have gone my whole life not playing this game purposely because I know that if I get it and I play it, my life will be ruined. So I haven't done that. But I ended up getting Satisfactory because it's a little bit more, it has slight role-playing elements to it. And I swear I bought that game and within a week I already had like 80 or 90 hours on it. I was seriously so addicted and I was like, yeah, this is bad.
I
terrible.
agree it's bad because I remember that I've been like trying to bug you to like collab on like music shit and you were like, oh yeah dude, we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. It's like, I'm just so busy, I gotta do like all this shit
And
with
then
my
you saw
house,
me playing
and your
Satisfactory.
ass was on fucking like Factorio or Satisfactory, whatever, like the entire time. Like, come on, bro.
It was a serious addiction.
Yeah, fair.
It's
Fair
crazy.
enough.
And a new update came out for Satisfactory, and I'm like, I have been just itching to claw my way back into the game, but I'm trying to hold myself back.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'd say, yeah, automation games blowing my mind. When I first played that game, just the first 2 hours, like I had that feeling of like this game is blowing my mind. I haven't felt something like this in a long time.
Sure.
So,
Interesting.
So much to do, so many efficiencies to be made.
yes.
So much mechanic. I put it under good. I have not played said game in quite some time now, since they released like the full update too.
Yeah,
But
it was a full game.
when we did start playing Satisfactory, like I did find it enjoyable, but I was a little overwhelmed. I felt like how Jake felt when he first started Minecraft. He's like, "What do I do? There's so much to do. Like, tell me what to do. I don't know what to do. What am I supposed to do? How do I get that? What's that? How do I do that? How do I make that more efficient? What does this mean?" Like, I have more questions than I have answers, and it stresses me the fuck out.
Yeah. All right, and you're unfamiliar, or what are you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go unfamiliar. I can't
Okay.
say I played any of the games.
Sure.
So.
Okay. All right. So that was a little side genre I wanted to get into.
Sure.
Going back to our standard list, we did simulation already, so we're getting into RPG games. RPG.
Examples?
Examples of this would be your Elder Scrolls, Oblivion, Skyrim. This would be any time where you're like role playing a character. So like Pokemon is kind of considered an RPG, but it also has like battle. I don't know what you consider battle.
I would say that's fair.
What's the word I'm looking for? Elements to it, I guess.
Sure. Versus.
Yeah.
Do I play
RPGs.
any RPGs?
Isn't Witcher? It's like, is Red Dead Redemption an RPG?
I would classify that as an adventure.
I'd probably classify that as action adventure, but
Actually, okay.
it's a lot of things. It's like the details are kind of like they blend.
They kind of
together.
they do blend. It does blend a lot with a lot of
because it's
action
like you could
adventure games.
arguably say like almost everything's like a role playing game.
Or like the online version of RDR2 and like say GTA, those would probably fit more under role-playing game because you are playing a character, you can go out there and do whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, I would put GTA under RPG, right?
Yeah, it depends on what you're talking about, though. Like, the storyline itself is an action adventure. But RPG, have I even played any RPGs?
Final Fantasy.
Yep.
Trying to look up some games that would be under RPG here.
Popular RPGs. I had to have played at least one.
Maybe.
It's really hard to actually, maybe I shouldn't have done RPG as one because we do have action adventure and there's like a lot of overlap between
Correct.
RPG and action adventure.
I know. Let's put a J in front of RPG.
JRPG?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the J?
Japanese.
Oh.
And then you can put all that other stuff in
Regular
action adventure.
Okay.
RPG game. Fallout.
I haven't played Fallout. It's on my hypothetical list, but I know I'll just never play it.
Mass Effect.
I've heard of that game being pretty good.
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk was good.
Dragon Age. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Which is one of the
KOTOR.
greatest
KOTOR.
RPGs of all time.
I hear you guys talking about it all the time, but I've never played it.
You really have to.
Do I?
It's so good. All right, we'll keep the genre, but we'll kind of leave it at that.
I'll just bang my answer out of the way right away. I'm just going to say unfamiliar because I can't think of a single RPG game that I've played, even though I probably have at some point. Dylan, go.
Okay, this is probably going to be my only blows my mind.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Specifically JRPGs.
JRPGs. All right.
Like Final Fantasy, Persona.
Yeah.
The Persona team recently came out with Metaphor Refantasio, which was fucking phenomenal. They're a lot of like the JRPGs, they're very long games. Like I'd say like the average Persona game runtime is like 100 hours
Okay.
or whatever. But like you never find better music is a big one. Like RPG music is always fucking phenomenal. There's a few tracks that instantly come to my mind that I literally fucking cry like a bitch every time I listen to them because they're just so fucking beautiful. And they just get me so fucking hyped. So like the music, the narrative, the world that they create, there's like it's just like quintessential fantasy.
Yeah.
Like, and there's so many different forms, and I don't think
It puts you in a place that you would rather be.
Yeah, and even that, I mean, like, because a lot of the like JRPGs, you know, they focus on large groups and like, you know, acquiring more misfits, I guess you could say, to like go to something to challenge something greater.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, just the story beats, the way the characters interact with each other, and like the bonds they form, and then like, you know, in the beginning, you'd be like, I hate this motherfucker. He's joining my team. Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
And then you're at the final, you know, you're like the climax of it, and everything's going down, and you're like fucking just like, I love this guy. You know, I love everyone in this fucking band. You've been with them and experienced their hardships over hundreds of hours of gameplay. And it is a fact that I cry at the end of every single Persona game. Every single one I've played, I fucking cried like a little bitch at the end. Because it's like these characters have such strong relationships throughout the course of the game that they feel like you're friends too.
Okay.
In a way. And then it's like you get to the point, it's over. You know, there's no new content. You're not going to get to hang out with these people anymore. You're not going to get to see how their story evolves. Everything's just like, it's concluded. And then it makes me feel empty afterwards, but it's still, I wouldn't trade it for the world. Like, they're so fucking good.
Yeah.
So
That's a
good.
good way of putting it. Yeah. I also am putting this and blows my mind. I consider putting it down to very enjoyable, but I have played. I mean, I just thought about it, and like a lot of the RPGs that I have played, they really have like blown my mind when you first play them, and you know, you just have that feeling of like, I can't believe this is real, or like or you feel like immersed in this, like this character, this world or whatever.
Sure.
And like, it's a total escape from reality.
Absolutely.
Like you're just like, if you want to like having troubles or whatever, and you want to escape from reality, diving into a really good RPG, it just allows you to escape that, go into the story, feel immersed in a different world, different character, something like that. And I'd say like some of the top games are the ones that I've mentioned before. It's like the Skyrims and Oblivions and like Pokemon, and I played too a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, stuff like that. So yeah, I'll keep it in Blows My Mind, even though I already have a lot of genres in there. I'll keep that one in there. I don't know if I'll be adding another.
So what you're saying is video games just blow your mind usually.
Yeah, totally.
Actually,
not all of them, but just some.
All right.
Of them. Yeah.
Well, good. I need to find an RPG game that I can get behind because it sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
It is if you have the time. That's obviously the difficulty. But I also would argue, and I think there are studies that show this, when you play any game, I think it's more memorable if you take it in small parts rather than rushing through the entire experience at once. You know, certain like sections, they'll be like, oh, I remember that. I remember doing that, rather than, you burn through it in like 3 days, like a 100-hour campaign. Like,
I can somewhat relate because what you're saying resonates with me most in my favorite series that I've played, which is Uncharted. And I played through those 4 games, and I felt like it was such a good story, and although it wasn't that deep of a story, like, you still got connected with these characters, and you went through all these adventures, and you found all these treasures, and the bond that Nate and Elena have, too, towards... at first, they hate each other. Oh, my gosh, I'm getting really passionate about it. At first, they hate each other, and he ditches her, and she somehow catches back up, because she's intuitive like that, and then by the end of the series, it's like, well, yeah, I guess I'll refrain from spoilers, but... They're bonded. I don't know. That's the closest I've come.
Yeah, no, I think that's really fair. I think Uncharted, a lot of people really fucking like that series, Uncharted. And hopefully they'll pick it back up again somehow. But
I'd be okay if they just left it right where it is.
Yeah, but they might tell like a new story.
Maybe
with like different characters.
Or maybe Naughty Dog just needs to come out with another series that's like it, with different characters, different sort of plot. I'd play it.
Yeah, fun fact, and I'm pretty sure I brought this up to you before, but did you know they addressed the reason why Nate doesn't die while getting like shot a bunch of times until like he actually dies?
I don't know that.
Yeah, so they actually said that it's like his luck. Like the bullets are missing him the entire time until he the red gets... his luck runs out when the red sinks in and he actually gets hit by one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, which I thought was a cool way to spin it, but...
Yeah, right. You're like, until he actually dies, I was like, wait a minute.
Spoilers! No.
All right, we got roughly 3 more to go through.
Okay.
The next one is puzzle games.
Puzzle games.
Puzzle Pirates?
Puzzle Pirates.
Trying to think of some puzzle games here.
I gotta do a Google on this one.
What?
This is a puzzle game.
That it? Oh, there. Oh, okay.
It's one of my favorites.
Nice. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some. I can't think of any off the top of my head. What would you say are some puzzle games?
Well,
there's Portal.
Portal.
Yeah, Portal. Portal's a pretty big one. I've actually only played part of Portal with your brother.
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, I can definitely see why people would really like Portal. My favorite is Catherine, which, to be fair, even though I really enjoy the gameplay, I think it's the uniqueness of the story that makes me really like that game, because it's romance horror, which is very strange on face value, but it does a really good job at what it's portraying and like the symbolism of everything. So, I put it in good. Even though Catherine is one of my favorite games of all time, again, it's not necessarily because of the gameplay, but I do like, again, much like strategy, right? I put them in the same fucking category. It's just kind of like stretching your brain a little bit and like using that to like solve something, Always feels good to like be you presented with something that you have to figure out, and you're like, oh, that's how you get through it. Or even in like a lot of horror games have puzzles in them. That's actually a really common thing with a lot of like traditional horror games like Silent Hill. There's like fucking like 30 puzzles per the game.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just like trying to, it's like an escape room, right? It's like an escape room, and you've got to like use your brain and figure out, these are the tools I'm given, how the fuck do I get out of here? You know? And it's cool to see how you can actually navigate your way through.
I mean, the biggest game of all time is a puzzle game, Tetris.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Is it the biggest game of all time?
I think it is actually.
It is like the most sold game of all time
No kidding.
by far. Like, by a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I do enjoy Tetris.
Yeah,
been
you know those
forever
ones
since I
where
played
like
it.
the gems fall down and one's like a square and one's like a triangle.
Oh,
and
fucking
stuff, and
like
you have to
Candy
flip
Crush
them. Like,
bullshit?
yeah, that kind
Or
of
like-
stuff. Those are
okay,
puzzle
sure.
games.
Yeah.
So a little bit of an unsuspecting puzzle game. There's a game called It Takes Two. And
Yes.
I would
never finished that one.
I would classify that as a puzzle game. Katie
Yeah,
and I, that's
would.
like a good way for Katie and I to connect on a video
Great
game level.
bonding.
It's like
Great
an
bonding.
adventure game, but with puzzles.
Yes,
too.
yeah.
That's good.
And no matter how pissed I get that somebody can't play a video game correctly, it's still a very enjoyable.
That's one thing
experience.
that studio does with those games is they definitely make like unforgettable
Oh,
like
yeah.
experiences that are strictly couch co-op. Like
Oh, yeah.
you experience that is not a solo game. You play with another person. You both
Yes.
experience the
Yes.
same thing together. Yeah, because
And it was a good story.
what's the prison one? A Way Out?
A Way
or
Out,
whatever.
yes.
I played that one with your brother.
Yep.
One of the funniest fucking like just.
Yep.
Not that the game itself is funny, but just getting to experience it and all the dumb shit that you can do to just like fuck with each other or whatever. Like I remember there's one scene where like you have to quietly open a door because you're doing the prison break, right? And you have to time your slam into the door with the lightning strike.
Yes.
And like Clayton and I would like purposefully fuck it up. Like the lightning strike clear as day goes off and then you just throw yourself at the door and the guard like hears you and you get the game over. Or like you're trying to spider up like with each other's backs to like climb and like one person just like lets go of the controller and just falls to the bottom.
Yes.
It's just they're great fucking times. They do a great job.
You can do shit like that in It Takes Two. And Courtney asks, how does Katie play it wrong? She's she's just not the best at
Game challenge.
platforming scenes. So I'd platform my way across and get through a puzzle really quick, and then I would just have to set the controller down and wait for her to figure it out. And I'm just taking a minor dig at her, and she knows it, but it was still a very enjoyable game. I think there was only like once that I actually physically had to take the controller from her because she's just like, I can't do it. I can't get through this. Help.
I did not finish it, but I was playing with an online friend who lives in Texas or whatever. And she used to game a lot, and yeah, I kind of had similar issues with her. But you can do like the mini games or whatever.
Yes.
And I would just be like completely just obliterate her every single mini game, and I felt really bad about it. I still never let her win though. But I won't go into spoilers, but I do remember vividly doing like the elephant scene or whatever, dude.
Yes.
Like, you aren't forgetting the fucking elephant scene.
Nope,
There's
nope.
no way in hell
There's
you
no
forget
way.
that one.
I thought that maybe I overreacted during that scene. But, like, we both talked about it afterwards, and, like, we literally, like, did, like, yeah, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Never played it.
Never. You should.
I've
You and
watched-
Courtney have to play it.
It Takes Two.
Mandatory. Yes.
I
Yes.
watched her and her brother play it.
Oh, no.
she already played
damn.
it. Okay, so what you play instead is a game called, well, first you can play the game that Dylan was talking about.
A Way Out.
A Way Out. It's a prison break game. And then there's another game.
You don't remember the elephant scene? That's
Oh.
crazy. There's no way you don't remember the elephant scene. Look it up. Look it up. If you've played through it, just like type in like It Takes Two elephant scene. I guarantee you within the first 10 seconds, you're like, oh. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Strawberry lover, what?
What?
I also love strawberries. What the fuck? That's actually crazy.
I'll tell you who doesn't like strawberries. That guy.
Really?
I'm allergic. That's why.
Oh, really? Oh, fuck. I didn't even know that.
Both Courtney and I are allergic.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
All right.
Oh, the other game, though, besides A Way Out, is a good game. The one that Katie and I think we didn't finish it yet. But it's made by the same people who made It Takes Two. It's called Split Fiction.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect timing.
As soon as you said it came
perfect
through.
timing, yes.
As soon as you...
Split Fiction is also a very good game.
Did you play it?
I'm almost... no spoilers, please. We are... Not that you could probably really spoil the game anyway, but I think... Oh, God, we've got to be like 3/4 of the way through. We reached a certain point in which we're like, oh, yeah, I don't know if I'm tired or what, but like, I don't even know how to get past this part. So we gave it a break, and we just haven't played since. But it is a very good game.
Yeah, I haven't even started that one. I don't have it, but I will. I just got to find the right person who's willing to play it.
Sure. Yep. It's a good one.
All
And
right.
it's Split Fiction is more so like what I would classify as like more my style.
Yeah.
Like there's shooting involved, and there's like more tactical things. It Takes Two is just like a cartoony type,
platformer.
like not very violent, except for certain scenes.
well.
Anyway.
Yeah, okay. The next three, or probably the last three genres, unless chat wants to give us some more, are all, I don't want to call them related, but they're big genres that encompass quite a lot of stuff. So if we want to divide these up, we can. But I'll kind of give all...
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'll give all three at once, and we'll kind of just go over them together. They are adventure, action, and action adventure. So there's
Lots of
A's.
there's a lot of action there.
yes,
Easy
a lot
for
of
me to say.
action adventure, and adventure.
Okay.
So, like we kind of talked about the action games before, because that was our first one, how that encompasses quite a lot of different genres. Adventure games, I mean, we kind of just briefly touched on that recently.
Yeah.
And then action adventure, again, is probably one of the biggest categories of games.
Yeah.
So
I will say I'm gonna rank action adventure pretty high just because of what we already spoke about in Uncharted. I think that is a prime example of a good action adventure game where there's enough action, but there's enough adventure yet to keep you in sync with some sort of feeling of like, oh, what's around the corner? What am I going to find next? What puzzle's up next? What activity am I going to partake in?
yes.
You never know what's going to come up next. And the story has twists and stuff too that keep it beyond interesting.
Yeah, I kind of want to come up with like some games so that we can
Like
like kind
examples?
of yeah.
I like examples.
Well, I threw it already. I just clumped them all together because there's so much overlap.
Sure.
There is
There's
a lot of
like,
overlap.
It's like obnoxious overlap, but I threw it in very enjoyable. Occasionally they can blow my mind. It is not often though, but I still find them to be very enjoyable on the whole. I think my favorite subsection, like subgenre of it, is hack and slash, which is just kind of like a more focus on like high speed combat or whatever.
Sure.
Story's usually not good, but it definitely like satisfies like the power fantasy dopamine
Sure.
hit or whatever. So shit like Devil May Cry, I fucking love those games or whatever. And there's, especially with that game specifically, they have such fucking in-depth combat that like just the shit you can do is crazy, and you could practice it for a long fucking time.
Sure.
You know, and usually there's some of the best like games visually, like graphically.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of AAA
like
games,
that style.
like the new God of Wars or
Okay.
whatever. I
Yeah.
don't know if you played those. Those are fucking gorgeous. Those play really, really well. The story's really good.
Katie got into it a little bit because
God of War.
Because
Because it came.
It came with the PS5.
Yeah, I think you guys got the second one though.
Yeah,
Ragnarok.
we had no idea what the
Yeah.
first even was. She just liked playing it. I don't think she got very far though, so
Yeah, but
I don't think it spoiled anything for her. But then
It's
again,
hard to find anything for just like strict action games and not like
Sure.
um
Would an action game be like a Street Fighter and Tekken?
okay, so that I would not put in action. I would make a separate category called fighting. That is
Fighting?
absolutely its own
yeah,
genre.
we should have a fighting genre.
Yeah,
No,
I'm a little. It was a
should
little
have a fight.
strange, a little peculiar that I didn't see that on there.
We
but
should have a fight.
yeah, let's have a fucking brawl right now.
I want to fucking fight. Okay. So you're ranking it very enjoyable. Very
I
enjoyable.
mean, why don't we just keep the action, adventure, and adventure all together as one
That's
category?
what I did. I
Yeah.
just fucking threw
Let's
them
just
all.
do that.
I threw it just at the top because I am just so in love with the Uncharted series.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just my personal opinion.
Also, another game that I just thought of is like Mario Party. What kind of game would that be considered?
Oh.
Because I can't even think of what genre that would.
Board
Mini
game?
games,
Board game, mini
Party
game,
probably board game, party game.
party game.
Party
Yes,
game.
because
What would
then you
that
got
fall
like
under?
Jackbox and
Yeah.
silly shit.
Do we want to
like that.
add? Do we want to add party games?
Yeah, sure.
I
I,
mean-
don't have a whole lot to say on it, but yeah, you can add it.
We could go on for hours, I'm sure.
All right, let's do fighting then. So where would we put fighting games? By the way, I put action adventure under very enjoyable.
I think we're all there, right? Oh no, you put it in and blows my mind.
Yeah, it blows my mind. I don't know that it necessarily blows my mind in the sense that, wow, I can't believe it, but like in the sense of, wow, I really enjoyed that game. I enjoyed the story. I got something emotionally out of it. I thoroughly enjoyed Uncharted, and that's the last time I'm going to say that.
I'm having trouble placing this. I kind of want to put it somewhere in either okay or not my taste.
Okay.
I have played fighting type games in the past, but it's not always really been my thing.
Sure.
But it's like I'd say they're okay, but also not really my thing because I don't really gravitate towards them. So I'm not.
Sure.
I'm kind of split on where to put it.
Okay. I put it in good. I grew up playing Tekken. I'm not good at Capcom, or I'm not good at Mortal Kombat, but I was pretty good at Tekken. Don't know that I still am, but it was at least fun.
Did you get the new one?
No. I should.
Yeah, should. They're still coming out with new characters.
Yeah.
I threw it in very enjoyable. I play a lot of fighters, actually. Not like religiously to be like really good, but it's always a genre I feel like I can really appreciate. Played a lot of Street Fighter, played a solid amount of Mortal Kombat, played a little Tekken, a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Nobody wants to play that with me. That's fine.
Yeah,
I was the only one that liked it.
It's not a great
Super
game.
Smash Bros. Played
Smash
quite a bit of
Bros.
that.
Is a fighting.
So we did
slash
touch on
platformer.
Smash Bros.
Yeah.
earlier as a platformer side scroller, but it certainly fits in both categories.
Mm-hmm.
I
I-
fucking hate the game. I'm
What?
being honest.
Dude, some
I
of your
suck at it.
biggest pop-offs are recorded on camera playing that game.
My most unhinged moments
Yes.
are on.
Says the guy who used to host Smash Bros. Tournaments.
To be fair,
fair,
I also kind of
it was still in
really
pushing.
wanted him to do it.
Oh, okay.
I really enjoyed hosting those. I like so at
We should bring it back.
I agree. Summer Smash.
That's
I
the
agree.
one. Well, welcome back. Thanks for coming back to us.
Yeah.
Super Smash Brothers. Yeah, I mean, like, it's a great tourney game. I love it when it's a big tourney and we're all in the same room.
That's
Yeah.
exactly it.
That's
So-
enjoyable.
So when I know they have what's
should do
called
that again.
Evo, which is Evolution. It's like the World Fighting Game Championship. So they
Okay.
have all the top fighting games and people who have placed like
Yeah.
in tournaments high from all around the world compete or whatever. That event is massive. It lasts all weekend long. I always invite my boy Mario, who also really likes fighting games.
Yeah.
We sit there, we order like fucking pizza, and we'll just sit there and we'll just watch like fighting games, like pro fighters just
On and
duke
on and
it out.
on.
You know, and then one goes to a commercial break. You're like, oh, put on Tekken. And then we like switch over to Tekken.
Yeah.
You see King just like fucking pile driving someone. Yeah, I feel like fighting games can create, especially even watching them, like played at they're super easy to understand from like an onlooker perspective, right? Mm-hmm. It's not like League of Legends where like if your parents watch it, they're like, what the fuck's going on?
Right.
You know, they're like, that guy's beating the shit out of that guy, right? It's like super, and the health bars, you can just see what's going on.
Yes, yeah.
So I think it's the easiest to get into from like a spectator perspective.
Sure, yeah.
They're very difficult to play at high level, very, very difficult, which is why I don't. But yeah, just I think there's like such camaraderie in like the fighting game community as a whole that I fucking love fighting games, even though I'm not that great at them. So
remember that time that we actually entered into a sanctioned Super Smash Brothers tournament?
That's not the way I remembered.
Oh yeah.
No, I think that was like lambs to the slaughter. You know, I don't think that is entering a tournament. I think we're being shepherded. You know,
they say somebody has to play so that they can finish last. That was us walking in there that day.
You were the worst, and not in terms of like
yes, I was.
Skill. You opted to play a variant of Smash that you had never played before.
You know who talked me into doing that? You both.
Did I?
Yeah, you and Andy, because
I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I know, I still think that to this day. Oh. So when I was thinking, I was telling you guys, well, what do I enter in as? Because like
Project M.
I like Super Smash Brothers. I just don't like, and I listed some quality of it. I was like, it's fucking stupid. I hate it how people can use that to their advantage, or like blocking or tripping or parrying or whatever the hell it was. And you're like, oh, well, you just got to play Project M. It like takes that right out of it.
I've never even played Project
got my
M.
ass kicked.
I don't think Andy has either played Project M.
These people...
That's their thing. That is their fucking thing.
They are sweaty. That whole entire building had a stench to it.
Oh, God, yeah.
And
It's like the fucking, like, the parents' basement bros.
Yes. This is not I'm not saying this for comedic effect, and Dylan will back me up on this. The place reeked of body odor. And I was okay that we got out right away. Because I was like, please get me the fuck out of here. This is not my dojo. Anyway,
all right.
Yeah, but I do
good
like...
story.
There was one time we haphazardly entered a Super Smash Brothers tournament.
Like an actual one. It was
people traveled states to be there. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. You start playing within the first 10 seconds of your opponent. You're like, uh-oh, I don't think I'll be winning this one.
I'm not gonna make it past round one.
Yeah. Andy and I didn't get that stomped. We still lost in the first round, but because we did 2v2s or whatever.
Oh, it was like best of, right? Or something like that. Because I was out immediately. You guys at least went on to something. I swear you guys made it past the first round.
Maybe it was like best of two. I can't remember, but
I swear.
Yeah, I mean, we were reasonably close, but yeah, we were clearly outclassed. And like, they had a mechanic where in 2v2s for Smash, you can hurt your ally. So you have to be cautious not to smack your ally. So I guarantee you people who enter like 2v2s are like, they're just used to it, right? They probably have done other 2v2s before. They're like, okay, go for the setup. And Andy and I are like, haha, I played a Smash game. You know? So, I mean, yeah, it wasn't great, but we
got a shirt out of the deal.
Yeah, that's true.
We got a shirt.
Good. I had a splash.
At least you got something out of it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, but we should bring it back because
we should do a tourney.
I especially like the charm of most of the people we invite not knowing what the fuck they're doing. And that also makes it really funny. Like Jake screaming expletives while he doesn't understand how to float properly with Jigglypuff, and he just floats off the edge and dies. It's like some of comedy gold.
Yeah, I think I made it like 1 year to like the top 8 or... No, maybe I was in like even top 4 one time, and I just like, I don't know how I'm here because I don't know how to play this game. It's me smashing buttons basically.
Do I plug our other channel so people can see what we're talking about?
I mean, I guess it's not a good channel. It's
not great.
It's very amateur.
I will say, and Dylan's sick of me saying this, but I think our best video that we ever did was a burial cart video.
Oh, yeah.
It was fantastic. It was like filmed third person perspective, and then we had screen capture going on at the same time, and it was like split up on the screen. Like, I thought it was pretty well done.
Yeah.
And we could probably do something even better today.
I think what was what made that video better than probably what it should have been is the fact that everyone was so young at the time.
Yeah.
And it was like a lot of people, like people's first experience with alcohol in general,
Yes.
right? Like there's the classic line of Steven taking like a little sip and going, "Oh, that's bad.
Oh shit, that's bad.
Oh, that's bad." Like, it's just so funny. It's so funny. Yeah.
Half the crew was definitely underagers, and I had to ask my parents. I was like, so like, can people like spend the night so we can play a drinking game? So they're like, I guess.
Sure.
At the time, I didn't like beer because I started on mixers. I was like, oh, that beer is disgusting. But it was like, it made it funny because, yeah. Anyway, it's a YouTube channel of ours. If anybody actually cares, feel free.
Send me the link for the burial card vid. Oh boy.
I'll do you one better. I'll just tell you what it is. Our YouTube channel was called Casual
Casual fuck? No, I don't think so.
Casual
No.
fucking. Yeah.
No, Casual Friday Gaming.
Casual Friday Gaming.
The problem is, though, I think it is actually going to be kind of a hard video series to even find anyway, because there was another channel that also...
She's got Casual Fuff.
Casual Fuff.
No, I think it's easy to find because it... Oh, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, there was another channel with like a similar series that got lots of views, so that like kind of pushed ours out of the...
You should be able to find it, though, because even if you just search Casual Friday Gaming burial cart, like, you're gonna get it. And I'm sure
Anyway.
if you haven't found it, I'm gonna...
All right.
Send it to you.
While
Anyways,
Collin is looking
our
for
welcome
that.
to our channel video on that is just hilarious because that's like all the
highlights.
awesome. She found it. That's like all the highlights of the funny parts, and it's usually just us screaming. At Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. Shameless
All right.
plug for an old channel that'll never see a new video.
And we've been here a while. It's been quite some time.
Yeah,
Oh, you started
But
late too.
we have
2:15 almost.
one more genre to get to.
All right, let's
And
do
that's one that we just came up with, and that is party games.
party games.
Party. Oh,
Easy.
sorry. Slapping this shit down.
I'm putting it under okay.
Okay.
Right next to, I brought fighters up to okay. I brought party games up to okay. Because it's really, like, you can't just play them at any time for me. Like, you need to have, like, the setting for it. I mean, you need to have a party,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yes,
You need
it
to
is
have other
abs-
people.
It is who
Also,
you play with.
there are
Yes.
some party games that I really just do not enjoy anymore.
Okay.
And there are some that I just do really enjoy in general, but once you do it too much, it gets stale. So that's why I'm keeping it an okay.
Okay.
I think Collin feels very similar to that.
Oh, yeah, did he put it in?
There's
okay
lots
too?
of things, unfortunately, I can't go into. But
It's who you play with.
It's certainly
and
who
your
you
inside
play with.
jokes and whatever comedy you can break out in your closest knit friend group.
Like Collin's finger.
Yeah, that's the one. That's where it comes from.
and Replica Falcon.
And Replica Falcon.
Oh, I see Kelly's comment.
Yes, party
Collin's
games.
finger.
Yeah, nobody can tell you what Collin's finger actually means. It was just one of the prompts, and it's forever infamous now. I put it as very enjoyable because you only ever play those party games like Jackbox if you're with a really close-knit group of people, and it's always a fun time.
It's the fucking emojis, dude.
God. One day if we get big, I'll just clip all the times that I go in this series.
Yeah, I should do that.
You make
I'm
it a
sure-
Twitch emote or something.
I'm sure it's
99th
happened.
episode. It's going to be just a montage of Colin's finger jokes
Yes.
and
We were
Colin's
talking, Dylan, I don't know if you've seen much more of our content than what you said earlier today, but we were talking about our, what episode was it? You wanted to do the 30th episode? You wanted to do a 30 rack of beer.
Yeah. Well, I think we should do it the 24th.
The 24th.
We should do it
Do a 24
30
pack.
rack is pretty hard to
Jesus
to do,
Christ.
but,
We're going to die.
24th episode, we need to finish
Fucking
off
blitzed.
a 24 pack of beer in order to close out the episode.
Also, to close it out, that is going to be the
have-
episode.
Well, yeah, exactly. We have to finish all 24
I
beers.
gotcha. So it might be like a 24-hour stream by the end of it.
It better not be.
One
We
of,
gotta chug that crap.
can I break off into just a quick tangent?
Yeah.
Is
Or
it-
whatever?
is
It's not even a tangent.
Okay.
Sure.
Just based on like 24-hour streams or whatever.
Yeah.
There's this one guy I really like watching. He's very charismatic.
Okay.
Very loud. His channel name is Coney.
Coney.
I think he used to do a lot of like commentating for fighting games, like Smash specifically.
Okay.
But he did one stream where he locked himself inside his cabin, which he decorated top to bottom with like Mario Party shit, and he was not allowed to leave the cabin until he beat every Mario Party minigame, took first place in every single one in every single game of Mario Party.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really funny because sometimes,
God.
especially in the old games, like the bots are complete bullshit.
Yes.
Like, especially in like the ones that are like RNG based or whatever. Like, there was one where, do you remember it was like a race and you had to pick like the Thwomp or the Boo or whatever.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
whatever one made it to the finish, you had like no control over it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And no matter what one he picked, he always lost. It was just the funniest fucking thing. But yeah, I think those could be really funny if you got the right content for it.
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever.
absolutely. The other idea we had was like the power hour, where there's an extreme version where you can
Yes.
go 100, but in our case, it'd probably be more suitable to do 60. So every
We
minute.
could do the 100 one.
Maybe.
Okay, well, how about we do both for we do power hour for the 60th episode.
Yes, and then the 100th
And then the
episode. is
100th
100.
episode is 100.
It's a shot of beer every minute.
That sounds terrible.
It probably is.
I'll be seeing you guys in my office.
It equates to like pints of beer in a matter of that hour. So it's like, it's going to be a lot. But it would be pretty funny if we did a stream special that incorporated something like that, or the 24-pack challenge.
Yeah, we should do it.
Now, was the 24-pack, will we split, or is it one per person?
No, we
Okay,
split
good. I thought you were trying to tell me it was one per person. I was
no.
like, we're going to fucking die.
That'd be too much. There's people that can do that.
Yeah, I
but
don't
that's
know.
not me.
They're not built like me and you. They're built like true Wisconsinites.
The true professionals.
Yeah.
Going back to finishing the genre thing.
Sure, yeah.
I put party in very enjoyable. I completely agree with you. I think oftentimes if you're playing a party game, you're playing it with people
Yes.
who you enjoy being around, and you can let whatever you gotta go fly and just create really fucking obnoxious like prompts and stuff.
Yeah.
And it does create some of the like funniest fucking
Yes.
moments and situations that probably a video game could supply. I will not go into details, but I can say one of my most hold on.
Yeah.
My husband and the gang brought their own 30 racks to a party. Absolutely disgusting.
I can't even fathom getting close to finishing off a 30 rack. Like, not even close.
It's wild.
That was wild.
Not even, maybe a third of that. I couldn't even probably, anyway.
Yeah.
He sounds like a pro.
He must be. He is. Drink that much liquid in general. Yeah, true. Let alone beer. Beer dries me the fuck out. Like, to the point where my eyes are stale and,
Yeah.
like, I just
Yeah.
feel very dehydrated. Like, I feel sick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get sick, but I feel it for sure. Anyway, you were saying.
Any more comments?
Yeah, I was going to say that I won't go into details of it for reasons, but I can say that one of the most memorable moments that I think about regularly
Oh no.
happened because of a party game, and it happened after Summer Smash involving Kelly. And it was phenomenal. The moment will stay with me until the day I fucking die. It, like...
You're gonna have to tell me afterwards.
You don't remember? Effectively,
After stream story.
Is there...
Yeah, our group, some people say some wild shit.
No way.
And yeah, and I think we were doing like Quiplash or something, and then we were trying to figure out who put the prompt there, and everyone was pointing fingers at each other, and the actual fucking person who did it was Kelly, and it was so out of pocket. It was the best fucking moment in party game history.
Innocent Kelly at the time.
Yes.
Introduced herself into the friend group as like, hello, I'm here and I'm one of you.
Yeah, dude, that was so fucking awesome. So fun. I would never. Well, you did. You did, and I remember it. Great moment.
A lasting impression.
That is a Kelly W moment.
Big W.
And that's what I got. That's what I got to say on that.
All right.
What do we got next?
We haven't gotten any genres from chat, so that was our last one.
All right.
So we're wrapping it up. We're gonna go over the categories. We're gonna quick list out what we got for each category, just to wrap it up, and then we're gonna just kind of do a real quick analysis and see if like any of them were just like ones we just didn't like in general, or ones that we did really like in general.
Sure.
So let's go with the first category. Blows my mind. I had strategy, automation, and RPG.
Solid. I just had RPG.
I had none of those. I had racing games and action adventures, so I think we're pretty skewed on that one.
Okay. So RPG is the only one that's like
that
RPG.
overlapped
Sure.
against any, but we're all fairly diverse.
But you described it in such a way where I feel like I would fall in love with an RPG game if I played one.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Totally. All right. Very enjoyable. I have MMO and action adventure.
Okay. I have quite a bit. I have horror, action adventure, fighting, and party.
Yeah, I have horror, simulators, and party games. So I think with that, generally speaking, it seems like action adventure.
Action adventure is one up there. It's up there.
Well, you didn't have party games, but action adventure scored very high amongst the three of us, whether it was blows my mind or very enjoyable.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, it probably is one of the more popular genres.
Oh, for sure. That's where like all the AAA shit usually falls into.
Good reason for it.
Right.
But you guys did share horror and party, I think.
Yeah. I think Collin and I have spent enough time with each other growing up that we've had enough overlap in those genres and playing those together. So that doesn't surprise me.
Even the fighting games and horror too, like
You're definitely our channel. We did a lot of horror related stuff.
Yeah,
so.
Actually on that CFG channel, Kelly, if you are still planning to watch that awesome video, feel free to click around because there was some horror videos on there as well that were actually kind of funny. The Emily Wants to Play had some good jump scares in it.
Oh yeah,
nice baby. Next one is good, and I just had racing in the good category.
I had strategy and puzzle, the brainy ones.
I also had puzzle in there, but this was kind of a land all for me. I had Battle Royale, which I'm still on the fence about. Sports, just because I like Madden. Automation and fighting. So it was very skewed. All over the place.
Yeah, we're all over the place. on that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay category. I put shooters, puzzle, fighters, or fighting games and party games.
That was your biggest category.
So that was my biggest category. Was okay.
In the middle. That makes sense, I guess. I just had platformers and racing.
I only had strategy games just because I was like, I don't know where else to put it.
Yeah, I would say
we're pretty skewed on that one as well.
Yeah, I would say these are pretty accurate for me just based on like playtime that I don't dedicate any of my time really to platformers or racing, but I have in the past. Mm-hmm. So I think it fits there pretty well based on time distribution.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Okay, not my taste.
Not my taste. I have battle royale and simulator games.
Okay.
Shooters and MMO.
I too had shooters, and I also had platform side scroll games because I suck at both.
Play Croc. You beat Croc, you're fine, dude.
I mean, it seems like for all of us, shooters was kind of middle of the road. I mean, they're okay or not my taste.
I don't know a whole lot of people that are around my age, like my friends, that still really enjoy shooters.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the people
that's
a young man's game. It's a young man's game. If you would have asked a lot of people 10 years ago, I bet shooters would have been higher. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And battle royale was kind of in that area, wasn't it? Well, it's kind of in between all of us. So never mind.
That was skewed.
Next category was trash. And I think platformers are trash and sports games are trash.
I agree. Sports games are trash, and so are battle royale and simulation.
Okay.
I'm realizing that I didn't even have anything in trash.
Good for you.
You don't find anything trash. That's good.
Either just accepted that it's unfamiliar to me, or I just said it's not my taste.
A very progressive thinker.
I know. Very, very light of me.
It's just not my thing.
It's just not my thing. I'm sorry.
I don't want to make anything.
I would have loved to call something trash, but actually rereading through this list, I don't know that I would have said anything.
Yeah, it seems like sports are definitely at the lower end, except for Collin, who thought they were good.
And I can tell you, as because I like collecting games, if you go into a retro store, I guarantee you the largest, 80% of the games they have are sports games. Because people will just trade them in. They don't fucking want them anymore. And they sit on the shelf. Nobody fucking wants them. Why? Maybe you have that one Madden game where you're would you get every Madden? No. You'd be like, I want this Madden that I played when I was 9 years old.
I want Madden 2004 because that was the best one. And the one I played the most.
Yep, exactly.
So, thank you very much.
Yeah, I think
it was 4 or 5. I don't remember.
I feel like 4 was one of the most popular ones.
It was the one with Ray Lewis on the front. The Ravens. You know Dylan. Ray Lewis.
Ah, yes. The Carpool Cartina Carcast.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Last one, unfamiliar, and I have horror. Horror.
But we'll get them souped up.
Horror's unfamiliar to you?
It's mostly unfamiliar. I mean, I have played other games with horror elements to it, but as a strict genre, I haven't really played any.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I technically put automation in there. Yeah, I've never touched any of those.
You didn't write it down.
I didn't want to acknowledge it.
I put MMOs and RPGs, and both are acronyms, so maybe I just don't like acronyms.
That's fair. That's fair. But we'll, you'll have to look into this one. The RPGs.
Yeah, I'm thinking
RPGs,
so.
You will.
Yeah.
Skyrim.
Seeing as you both rated them very high, but over and above all, over and above all, it seems like the action adventure kind of ranked maybe the highest amongst us three.
Yeah, definitely.
Which, as you alluded to earlier, Dylan, it's a broad category.
It's very broad.
I think it was pretty cool that we were pretty different on all of our ratings.
We have different tastes for sure. Yeah. And I was going to make the comment about when we did this for music, I thought we were all pretty agreeable and we all liked similar music. I was there for that. I know. We're going to have to get your opinion on the...
We can always do another music.
That's true.
Podcast.
Live
There's no reason why we couldn't.
We can do some live music. Okay. Dylan can scream and Sam can bring his guitar.
Yeah.
And I'll be the radio DJ.
Sounds like a plan, my man.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. For those that are still here and are watching us,
there's a couple of you out there yet.
We hope that we were able to entertain you with our video game genre choices.
Heck yeah.
We didn't get to hear much of your opinions, unfortunately. Yeah. Feel free to leave comments and engage with us, because we'll definitely engage with you during the stream.
Definitely. Feel free to, if you haven't followed us on Twitch, here, listen.
Maybe you should actually move the camera.
This thing turns itself off automatically after a while. So real talk. If you guys aren't already following us, which I think all of you in chat right now are following us, be sure to follow us. We're trying to get up to that 50 followers because, as you know, and you are probably sick and tired of hearing it from my mouth, that's when we reach affiliate here on Twitch. We're really trying to get to affiliate so we can do more with our streams. We can add functions into our streams. We can award points and things of that nature to you guys. So
Get
you
more
can
interaction.
you can spend points accordingly. So tell your friends, tell your friends' friends, tell your neighbors, tell your folks. I don't know if they like
Coworkers?
comedy. Yeah, coworkers. Tell your dog. If your dog can make an account, I don't know.
Well, they can play League of Legends, so I'm sure.
When they laugh it up with peanut butter on the keyboard.
What was that term for
Anthropoid. If you're an
Anthropoids.
anthropoid, feel free to turn in. That's fine.
Anthropoids to tune in.
Yeah. We got some bots and some anthropoids out there. That's fine.
If you've learned nothing else from today's podcast, it's that you can turn your dogs into anthropoids. That's a callback joke. This has been the Cantina Carpool Podcast. Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you in the next one.
See ya.